Hello, hello, hello. It's another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your comfort together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat.
Darling. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Mm. Hello, 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 hello. Hello to all of my tea sippers, my crumpet dunkers, my tea brewers, my pot stirrers, and my tea leaf readers, honey. Y'all know what time it is. I hope you have all of your crumpets together, my darling, because it is time to dish tea, and you are dishing tea, darlings. With Big Meats. What's going on, babies? What is going on? Hello, hello. Yes. Oh, okay. Hey, the children that came up in here. Okay, the princess is here. Hello. Okay, hello. Okay, yes. Okay, Bug, what's up? I need my Aunt Nikki tonight. I miss my boo. Hopefully she's able to come in. Right now, she's trying to get the grandbaby honey to sleep. Okay. And things of that nature. So, wait a minute. I'm trying to make sure this background is not looking funny. Okay, there we go. Um, she's trying to get the grandbaby together and carry it on. So I hoping that both of them will come up in here this evening and we will make some things happen. Okay, if not, honey, I can fly solo and things of that nature. And still, we're going to just bring about some things for you this evening, honey. Um, in any event, it is a soulful Sunday. And this is the time where we sit down here. Most of the topics I try to do on Sundays on there to, inspire and motivate and uplift and enlighten and encourage you to get into self-discovery, self-awareness, and to strive to matriculate, to keep going higher and higher and higher, and into your most optimum self. And that there, I'm gonna run that banner. That the banners, getting it done in 2021. That's the motto that I am bringing forth for 2021. And in the spirit of that motto, today I've titled today's show "Destinations versus Pit Stops." Okay, destinations versus pit stops. Okay. Um, I wanted to make sure that we have that, um, because oftentimes many of us, while you're along your journey of life and carrying on, or this journey we call life, um, there are many distractions and carrying on, and I'm going to say most of the time the pit stops are like that of from the Wizard of Oz or the Wiz when you went into the poppies, honey. The poppies, okay, the poppy field and carrying on. And if y'all remember, in the Wiz, when they got into the poppies, honey, it was all about the party, the celebration, the this and then the that, and how it became such a big a distraction to where it took them out, for half of a second. And so now, oftentimes, as we're traveling along life's journeys, many times, instead of getting to the goal, we have substituted the goal for one of the pit stops that we've made. Okay. We'll get at the pit stop or whatever, and oftentimes we become complacent, distracted, lazy, don't want to move, or weary, and thinking that, okay, I can't go any further than that. And we have allowed the pit stop to be the destination, and it's not. It's just a pit stop. It's kind of like, y'all know how you're traveling on the road, and you're doing a long road trip. When y'all stop for gas or stop for something to eat, okay, it's a rest stop. Rest stop. Y'all know damn well that's not where y'all supposed to set up camp and this, that, and the other. It's a rest stop. So you go, relieve yourself, maybe rest up. You may have to take a nap if you're traveling alone, take a little nap. But eventually you got to get back on the road and continue on to get to the journey, to reach your destination. Oftentimes, what happens in life is that folks will sit up at one of those pit stops or a rest stop or whatever, and they'll set up camp and won't go any further, and then become distracted. They become bitter because of feeling as though life cheated them out of something or whatever. No, sweetie, life didn't cheat you. You cheated life. You cheated life. Okay. And I want to get into that with y'all today. How many times have you recognized in your life that you stayed too long at a pit stop because you didn't reach the destination? You're at a pit stop. Okay. Now, regardless of what it was that got you there, maybe you had to stop to change a flat tire. Maybe you had to get gas. Maybe you need to go pee. Okay, or whatever the case may be. Maybe it was a litany. Maybe this was a leg of the journey. You had to stop to rest up and carry on before you take the next leg. But then you got comfortable here at this stop. How many times have you recognized that in your own lives and realized that you've been caught up, tangled up in something that took you off of your course? It took you off your square. It took you away from the bigger goal. Okay. And when you realize that, what did you do to correct it? Okay. For me, I've had that several times, um, because I have real big, big, big dreams, and they're bigger than life shits. Okay. And oftentimes, I'm at a point in my life now to where I don't feel as though I'm regretting anything. I just know that I'm like, okay, let's look at this, because what can I do to make sure that the goal is met? Y'all have heard me say this before, that all my mama want is the east wing of the house. She wants the big house. She want to live in the big house, but she wants the east wing. Okay, she wants the east wing of the house. And I keep saying that I need to make that happen. I don't know how, but I need to make that happen for my mother. My mother wants the East Wing. We need to make that happen. Okay. And I have had many, many uh, poor decisions, failed attempts, laziness and procrastination got in, and I missed opportunities, not thinking clearly, and got distracted by other people's thinking, other people's thoughts, relying on them to be my sounding board, and ended up letting them talk me out of shit, you know, and all of that. This is just cranberry juice today. Cranberry grape. So I have had um, those kinds of distractions. Probably the biggest one is, allowing my generosity and my compassion for people get in the way. Um, I was talking about this just earlier. There's been so many times that I wanted to buy a car, right when I was spiritually released to do so, you know, and I was okay, comfortably spiritually. It was okay for me to buy a car. So back when I was getting the huge tax returns, the $10,000 tax returns, because I had two kids to claim and this, that, and the other, I did right by the money, but I didn't do right by the money, because I took care of responsibilities. It wasn't a whole bunch of frivolous spending or whatever. Um, but the money I had set aside for the car ended up being in somebody else's pockets. You know, helping friends out. They getting kicked out. They needed this. They needed that. Trying to keep themselves afloat. And because I had it and didn't want to see anybody go without, be homeless, this, that, and the other, I would help. And it's always a borrow. You know, I'll borrow. Can I borrow? And we know in most times, honey, it's not a borrow, honey. It's can I have? Okay, because you know damn well you're not getting that money back. You ain't getting it back. So it becomes that. So oftentimes I have allowed my pit stops and distractions to be, maybe other people's problems, other people's situations. Okay, OPP, honey. How? You die with OPP. Other people's problems. Okay. So yeah, so what did I do to get myself back on track? Or no, let me stop saying back because you could never go back. What did I do to get on track? Um, well, partly I've had to learn how to incorporate the word no firmly, um, without bitterness and without it being malicious. You know what I mean? Because I'm not angry at anybody for having to say no. It's just that sometimes it hurts my feelings that I have to say no because I can't help or whatever. At the same time, uh, in incorporating that, we've had to also distance myself because this is one of the reasons why I came down here to Atlanta because I found myself in a rut back home. Okay, doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Letting people come stay with me, then I get caught up in their problems. I say that one of the most dangerous words in the English language is the word potential because the the thing about potential is that potential is very objective. Okay. And I say that because for me, I can see it objectively for you. I see your potential, but it doesn't mean anything until you see it. So all of my energy of trying to push you to be your very best or to do this or to do that, it means nothing if you don't believe it for yourself. And oftentimes what we hear or what we have come to believe that, oh, you trying to change me, and that there's a fine line because sometimes there are folks who are out to change somebody and thinking that they can do it. Other times there's that push to try to get you because I see what you're able to do. I see what you're capable of. Your potential is vast, and if you just tap into your potential, baby, you can rule this world. And in wanting to sit down and to help you see your potential, it becomes a whole motherfucking waste of time because it doesn't mean anything until that person understands their value. I may see your potential, but it doesn't mean anything if you don't understand and value your own worth. Okay. Or put forth the effort. How many of y'all know people who are good with their hands? Honey, they ought to be building houses again. And y'all know, I'm not, and even some of the crackheads, some of the crackhead handymen or whatever, they can sit up there and do that damn drywall so quick. And I'm not talking about the bullshitters. I'm talking about the ones who really got an eye for it, a craft for it. They know how to smooth out the plaster, get the shit lined up right and carrying on, but they don't want to do nothing with it. They're not interested. How many of y'all know people who are entertainers, singers, dancers, okay, who sit down there and do nothing with their talent? How many of you know when we go to the barber shops or what we used to call the street corner duets and quartets and carrying on, singing asses, singing their face in, but they ain't doing nothing with it. Ain't doing not a goddamn. They don't even sing in church. Ain't doing nothing with it. You know. How many of y'all know folks with now Haji gets on me when he comes in here because y'all know I'm a spiritual counselor and carrying on. And because I don't use that as a skill to bring in income, he tries to push me to do it. And I keep trying to explain to him that that particular kind of work is very draining, it's demanding. And oftentimes uh folks, if they know they can get away with it, they will. You know what I'm saying? And so trying to cut it off and this, that, and the other, they're trying to charge somebody something for spiritual counseling when I know they're looking for answers or they need help and direction and guidance. That becomes a little bit that way. But also, he tries to push me in that direction. How many of y'all, you folks who are really good with money and can count and carrying on really need to go back to school for accounting and things and just don't do it. Okay, just won't do it. Scared because of what people may think about them or how people may perceive them. Y'all know how many of y'all were when you were kids? How many of you were the smart ones in the class that got all the good grades and carrying on? But when you went outside with your friends, they didn't want to be bothered with you because you had a better report card than them, or because you didn't talk slang and well, it was slang back in the day before we recreated the term and called it ebonics. Because we didn't talk, street talk or whatever, you had a good command of the English language, and your friends looked at you like you was crazy. Didn't nobody want to hang around you, or they thought you were too much of a nerd, or you wasn't hip, you wasn't cool, and all this, that, and the other. You know, um, and in that, you decided to dumb yourself down just to fit in. Okay, I know I've done that because my vocabulary used to be fucking immaculate, just very extensive and carrying on. A lot of that because I was doing a lot of reading and carrying on, and I was one of those kind of people to where I loved reading the dictionary because I love finding new words and carrying on, And y'all know I'm a girl for a syllable, honey. If you got more than three syllables, okay, yes, okay. If it has more than three syllables, baby, that's a word I must know and have in my arsenal. Um, However, because I was, right, what my tweens, I was 10, 11, 12, 13 up in there, going to school, and I was coming out of middle school, going into high school and all of that. Um, oh no, the kids wore me out. Wore me the fuck out. Okay. With all of that. Okay. And it became problematic. And so rather than, show off my intelligence, I then began to not necessarily use words anymore, at least not big large vocabulary words, honey, Uh I stepped it down a bit, Um we wouldn't use the word specious, honey. Okay, that was specious. Okay, we just said, okay, that was dumb. Okay, that was silly. Okay, ridiculous. Okay, they like that word, ridiculous, because the word dick in it. Okay, um, so we've had to contend with all of that. You know what I'm saying? And so over time, I had gotten away from it. Now I get around people and then I have to marvel at their vocabulary because now here's another thing. Now, the side effect from that is I can't stand being somewhere where I feel stupid. Okay, but I like being. But the irony of that is I like being in places where I can learn something. I like being around people where I feel I can learn something from someone. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I want to be able to learn from you, but I don't want to feel stupid in the process. And a lot of times I have found myself uh feeling stupid, because it was things that I feel I should have known at this particular stage of life or whatever, or maybe I hadn't been paying attention and knew it at one point and haven't really visited that information and it slipped my mind or whatever. So now it takes a couple of sentences or, we done got into a discussion. I'm like, oh, that's what you're talking about. You know, I don't like when I have to stop every 2 minutes and ask you what's that word because I don't know that word. You know, I used to carry a pocket dictionary, one of those small ones, and now that you got your phone, you can always hit your dictionary on your phone and look up a word real quick because I'm like, oh, that's a new word. Now, what I have done, I've been able to do this, which is lovely. When I say that's a new word, oh, that is a new word for me. I've never heard that word before. Let's discuss that word. You know, and uh that is how I'm able to get around not feeling stupid because and depending on who it's coming from, particularly if it's a fine ass man, honey, that got some vocabulary on him, honey, and got some sense of intelligence. Oh, honey, yes, I am a demisexual, honey. Yes, I am. I am a demisexual. I'm a sapiosexual, honey. Intelligence turns me on, and I would love to be, have some kind of commonality with you to know something about you, But intelligence is very intoxicating for me. And if it's a cute man, honey, that just sit down there and threw a word on me, baby, and I got to say, oh, baby, wait a minute, that's a new word, honey. I don't know that word. I'm not familiar with that word. That's a new one for me. Okay. Um, Break that down for me or spell that. I would do that. And keep it cute so I don't feel stupid, or dumb or whatever. That's how I'm able to um um rework that particular look for me. You know what I'm saying? Especially now because like being around a bunch of younger kids, and I wonder if our parents and stuff thought this way because I know that I am now, I'm 50. Y'all know I love saying how old I am because hell, I made it. You know what I'm saying? But being 50 years old and being around some of these young kids, 25, 30, and these kids and listening to them talk and carry on. And oftentimes there are times like, what the hell are you talking about? Especially now, y'all know we've had the discussion about the different sexualities and carrying on. And, when we got all these particular terms, well, this is the young folks' language. They will spit that stuff off and rat it off, honey, as if they say they're ABCs. And oftentimes we have to stop and pause and be like, okay, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. All this terminology and carrying on, honey, and we start to sound like our grandparents and, oh, y'all youngsters, y'all getting on my nerves with that shit. We start to sound like that. Okay. Um, and it becomes a little bit that way. So here, uh, in understanding all of that, and then trying to rebuild and re-understand and to come out of these little pit stops. Oftentimes, we made the pit stop a destination because we were afraid to challenge ourselves to do better. We were afraid to challenge ourselves to go beyond our scope because we end up punishing ourselves because for instance we think that we're supposed to have known that or we're supposed to be the X, Y, and Z and then carrying on. um Scared to ask questions because you don't want to look stupid. um um don't see a way out or don't want to, and a lot of times the big thing is a lot of folks feel as though they don't want to put in the work required. You know what I'm saying? And we hang on to excuses, and I just discovered this about myself today, that I will hang on to an excuse and will ride it till the wheels fall off if I can. And my excuse now is still from my surgery because one of the things that I have, and it's a twofold thing because um, I don't like having new normals. Okay, and since I've had all these damn surgeries and carrying on, told me, because of the extensiveness of the surgeries, it was going to take some time for my body to be right. Now, the last surgery that I had was 5 years ago. Okay, and that was a full abdominal reconstruction. But the doctors told me it was going to take about 2 years for my body to get back into some sense of normalcy. Because they had all the cuts and they had to lift this up. I have a piece of mesh that is torso long up under my skin because they had to rebuild my stomach muscles and the walls of my stomach. Um, so he said that was going to take me some time. Now that was that one surgery. Now just before that, okay, in what was it? Okay, I had that surgery in 2015, but in 2013, I had that was my near death experience that I keep telling y'all about. They had to go in, cut out the intestines and carry on. They had gangrene and all of that, and then I've had like 6 different procedures during that time between August 2012 and March 2013. I've had 6 major surgeries. Okay. And all of that because they kept going in, cutting and cutting and cutting. They told me it was going to be some time. Well, like I said, the last surgery was 5 years ago. But I noticed that since I've had those surgeries, that when I get up to try to clean and this, that, and that, I get tired very quickly, you know. And I know if here's the thing, if I sit down, it's a wrap. Okay. If I'm doing something and I'm up and I say, oh, okay, I'm tired, I try to push myself. Now, here's the thing. If I push myself and get it done, it takes me 4 days to recover. Yes, it wears my body out. And it takes me 4 days to completely recover from that. So I'm up and about and I'm lethargic because I'm like, oh, okay, I'm here, but damn, I feel exhausted. Even when I take my vitamins and this, that, and the other, I took the B12s and all that, it still have me in that state because my body has to rest. On top of it, I have sleep apnea, so I don't sleep well. So, to get that recuperative type of sleep, I don't. And so in those kind of cases, it would take me 4 days to recuperate. Okay, if I push myself. Now, other times, okay, I'll go till I'm tired. Once I'm tired, then it's a wrap. If I get tired and I sit down, I say, okay, just let me take a break. But then the break becomes, okay, fuck it, I'm done. It takes me a minute to do all that, and I don't like that. I really and truly do not like that. Okay, and that's a quote unquote new normal that I just fail to want to. I don't want to accept that because I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me. I know we got to work through this. I know this is a phase because I've got to be able to bounce back and have a better, recovery time or whatever, so that I can push forward because I got too much shit to do. And so that's where a lot of this come into play, and carrying on, carrying on. So, um, that there is that. Let me go to these comments because y'all over here talking and things. And I see a lot of y'all coming in and out of here, tell, people are here, people are there. Um, let's say, let me see. What you say? We got your back, Bixter. Hey, okay. All right, everybody's in the house. Hey, Miss Amy done came up in here. Red is okay. He listening. Hey, Red, bring your ass on up in here. He watching the Soul Train word. Soul Train. I forgot they were coming on. I'll catch the replay, honey. Okay, well, how were the performances on there? Are they worth anything, child? Because that's all we watching for is the damn performances. Because the awards right now, they really don't mean nothing to me too much anymore. Love the wheels. Okay, I can't stay long tonight. Okay, baby, well stay as long as you can. Okay. Research department. Okay, right, is in the house. You know the RD team, honey. Okay. Yes, RD is in the building. I always stay too long at pit stops, literally, and also metaphorically. Okay. Okay. I like how you always give us a detailed explanation of the topic, learning from from 5 years. Okay. Okay. Oh, you're learning from this. That's supposed to be this. Aha. Okay. Ah! Okay, there's a correction. All right. Mama wants to wake up to the glory of the sunrise. You know what? Yes, she does. Okay, listen. Okay, you hear that in the background. That's this goddamn Google. Okay, I didn't ask her to come on, honey. See, this is how I know they listening. Okay. Um, yes, honey. Uh, oh, child. Ugh. Oh my God, help me. I just got a text message that I was not ready for and carrying on from my granddaughter, honey. And shit. No, 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 no. I'll get into that in a damn minute. It's some okay. Yeah, mama, she wants the east wing, honey, because yeah, she likes to wake up like that. She gets into her prayer closets and carrying on, and my mother, being that she was asthmatic all of her life, and we talking about in the 50s and stuff, and the medicines were not all that sophisticated. My mother is a whiz at homeschooling and home all of that because she had to, because she couldn't go to school. So my mother, when she gets into her space and carrying on, mama, that's why I get my love for books and carrying on, because my mother always had books and things that she was studying. And I have a lot of books around here. Now I need to get back into being the avid reader that I once was. But I always have reference pieces and stuff here. And I like to buy books that's going to challenge me, and everything, so that I can have information. I just believe, honey, once you get the info, this is what I was taught. Nobody can take away from you what is in your mind. Okay, I don't care how they lobotomize you or whatever. They can't take what you know. You understand? And so it is always best. I always saw that as long as I have an education, I can then get my way around certain things, or the gift of gab. And there's sometimes where, believe it or not, there I have my shy moments because I'm like, oh, I don't want to make an ass out of myself and carrying on. But the art of negotiation is that way. And being able to push yourself out there and to be a little bit more pushy, not afraid to take a risk. And I think that's the better way of putting it, because oftentimes it is taking a risk, but we don't see it as that. We see it as being, oh, then they're not going to like me, or I'm gonna look stupid, or this, that, and the other. And it's a risk, but a lot of us don't see it that way. We see it as the negative, not knowing that, okay, hey, uh, how can I learn from this experience? It's gonna be yes or no. It's either gonna be yes or no. Okay. So you're banking on the yes, but we never prepare ourselves for the no. You know what I'm saying? We never prepare ourselves for the no. Because that's what we get caught up in all of our feelings, because somebody said no, and how come they don't believe in my project and this, that, and other. Well, the thing of it is that most folks are not going to. And that's the part of life that we have to set ourselves up for. The reality is most folks are not going to believe in your project, believe in your worth, believe in your accomplishments, believe in your skill set. Most folks won't. So, what do you do to handle the rejection? Because you know you're going to get more no's than yeses. But we're never taught that. Are we taught, okay, well, you got to fake it till you make it, honey. Just keep going, just keep going. But we're never taught how to deal with the no, because we're so hung up on, oh my God, I gotta make this happen. I gotta make this happen. And right when you put put some eggs in that basket, you're not expecting them to be cracked. Okay. And carrying on. So nobody prepares us for that. Okay. In a long hustle, or in a long haul. You know what I'm saying? We don't get that particular lesson. And so um when we do, um it becomes devastating to us because we don't know how to handle it, you know. And so now, how do we push ourselves to become the better us? How do we push ourselves to get beyond that? And that there comes into study and carrying on. Like I said, with my mama, she's a fabulous at being able to sit down and to study and to be to herself and carrying on, and to go within so that she can manifest what it is that she wants. My study comes from being around. I'm a people watcher, and I like to engage because I get information from hearing and listening and experiencing the shit, you know, and carrying on. So that there is where we are with all of this. Okay. So yeah, hold on. Let me go to this other comment. Okay. I think of things like a banking system. You are your bank account. That is your spiritual, and your spirit is the currency. When you give to others, you make a small withdrawal. When you give past your limits financially, you make a larger withdrawal. To add to your spiritual bank account, you must recharge yourself, your spirit, and give back to yourself in order to have the funds for others. Okay, now you talking about tithing and carrying on to yourself. See, that's a business tactic. You see how that goes across the board? That there is a business tactic that they say, "Hey, you got to learn how to pay yourself first." Okay, you pay yourself first, and then everything. In the church, they say, you got to pay your tithes. You got to give that 10% to the Lord first. The Lord got to be paid. Bring ye all your tithes to the storehouse, honey, so there'll be meat in the storehouse. Well, honey, if you're not involved in the church, and if you don't subscribe to that particular philosophy, honey, you are the storehouse. You are okay where you get your education and your sustenance from. So you have to pay yourself first in order for the kitty to be the kitty. You know, Here's why they tell you get your 401ks and your stock options and all that kind of stuff. And it's a little bit that way because oftentimes you don't realize and understand finances. But you see how you just did that, Amy, with understanding how it works spiritually. If you have a spiritual bank account, you know, and this that and the other, everything is wonderful. And if you treat it like a spiritual bank account, every time you make a deposit, it comes into understanding your spirit. Always listen to your spirit. Going and working yourself into ways where you can move forward and you can see your vision clearly so that you're staying on goal. Okay, again, you give from the overage. You don't give from the cup. You always give from the overage. And that there is how we keep our spiritual bank account together. See, and that's a lesson that just works all the way around. Okay, all the way around. Okay, sometimes it takes that big life change in order for you to truly live your best life. That's true. Let's look at all those who have become HIV positive and they learn how to turn that into a stepping stone for their lives. You know what I'm saying? A lot of folks, I know my pastor, he's passed on now, Reverend Darren McCarroll. Um, when he stood up there, he said, "Honey, HIV was the best thing that happened to me," and we all looked at him like, "Okay, what the hell are you talking about?" Because we looking at the woe is me, and oh my God, I'm dying, and we looked at it from that perspective. And he said, "No, because it gave me a new outlook on life, honey. I don't have to take no bullshit from nobody, because I'm actually learning how to value each and every day of my life." Okay, I'm actually learning to live life to the fullest. He said, "It's not to say I don't have my bad days or I still don't have problems. It's just that, honey, I have learned that I am all that I am. Each day is precious and carrying on." And he learned that since he had become HIV positive. Now he passed. This is 2020. He passed what? Maybe 5 years ago or so. I say. Oh, this child. Um. No. I can't take this call. Shit. This is my son trying to call me. Yes, and I keep telling him 9 o'clock is when I'm on the air. I'm sorry, y'all, but this boy gets on my nerves with that. Then he gonna sit there and act all stupid. I don't know when. What the fuck I say? 9 o'clock. Don't call me after 9 o'clock. Shit. Mom, and here's the thing: there's no clock in there, and those TVs don't have clock on it. That's another thing that's a So yeah. Okay, I'm sorry, my son. That just pisses me off because I don't like just declining his calls or whatever. But shit. Are you done with this? What? No, that I don't even think that's mine. Um, um, but anyway, yeah, calm down. Yeah, that just threw me off. Shit. Uh, damn it. Oh fuck. I was on something and this just pissed me off and threw my train off. But you know what? Devil. And I don't even talk about the devil like that. Uh, mm-mm, no. Um, no. Um, yeah, I'm trying to put myself back together. Let me go back to the comments because shit, I forgot where I was. I forgot where I was. Hell. Okay. Just saying your talent shouldn't always be considered uh, your talent shouldn't always be considered a commodity. Now that's true. That there is very, 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 very true because um, oftentimes they become exploited. Okay, your talents, because they're seen as a commodity, because they become exploited. It becomes something that everybody take. Go back to the church thing. Look at the singers and stuff in the church. Look at folks who are supposed to um uh uh be singing and carrying on. You know, you would have paid a professional singer or anybody else, but because we doing this for the Lord, and oh, God to bless, honey. You know, and it's like, okay, no, but you wanted me to do this for free, and yet you done took up an offering so that the church can get paid, but you wanted me to do this for free. Really? Hmm. You know, hell, how many of y'all done sit down there and y'all hate to pay y'all tax guy? Oh, I think I'm gonna hit that one. Okay, y'all expect for them because they know taxes. You got that one family member that sit up there and could do your taxes and could work a miracle and could get you back that $5,000, $6,000, but he may want 10%, okay, or whatever. So that's 500 to do your taxes, but you think that's too much to pay them. They supposed to give you the hookup. How many of y'all done claim somebody else's kids that didn't do right by them? You got that extra money, but y'all didn't kick them no kickback or whatever. You didn't give them 10% of it so that you can sit down there and get that. You didn't give them, okay, for real? Right. Talents being exploited and considered commodities. Fear is the mind killer. Yes, it is, honey. I look at it more like you being your own corporation, and ever so often we need to have an assistant or a shareholder meeting, determine what works and work on what doesn't. How about that? I like that, Buck. I like that. There's a key and peel. There is a key and peel sketch about that. Okay, you know what? Keegan Michael Key and I worked together. Okay, we worked together on a play back in Detroit called Detroit Stories at the Detroit Repertory Theater. That was my very first. I think that was his too. Uh, Professional acting gig where we were getting paid weekly in the theater. So it was so funny because I had landed the audition, and when I got the call to say that I had landed the role, it was so funny. I was 21, so this is 1991, and Barbara, she was a director. She called in and she said, "Well, this is a paid event," and I said, "Oh, okay." And I said, "Oh, well, how much are we getting paid?" She said, "Well, they pay $75." And I was cool with $75. I said, "Oh, okay. Well, how do we get paid? Is this at the end of the run?" She said, "Oh no, that's $75 a week." What? What? Bitch, I thought I had hit the jackpot, honey. Uh, okay, because we were doing 6 shows a week. Okay, and honey, I thought I hit the damn jackpot, child. Oh, I'm getting a weekly salary, $75 a week for my first acting gig. And Keegan Michael Key and I were in that particular play together. And when the Super Bowl was here in Atlanta, we have finally ran into each other since his success. And he had come through the donut factory and things. And just so happens, honey, I was upstairs in the restaurant portion, and he come through and was looking for the bathroom chair. He said, "Could you show me what the bathroom is?" And I just happened to look up. I said, "Ooh," and we both had that moment because we both stopped. I said, "Wait, wait, 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 come here." He tell me, and we just gave each other an embrace and carrying on. It was I said, "Go pee and come on back." So he came back and we got to talking and carrying on. I'm so proud of him. I'm very, very proud of him. And I told him, I said, "Now you know all of your gay characters. I'm your muse for your gay characters." He started laughing. He said, "You know what? Actually, you are." I said, "I know," because he used to always imitate me and carrying on when we were always irritated. He used to always tell me how much of a character I am. Okay. And I said, I know I'm the muse for all of your gay characters, child. Okay, so that was fun. But okay, I went on off course because we talking about Key and Peele. Let me go back here to this. Yes, means I was that kid. Hell, I'm still the manifestation of that kid in my adult life. Same here, child. Okay, I was the quiet one who loved to read. Also, Princess. Okay, you read. I feel the same way, Meeks. Okay, me too. When I was young. Okay, Amy. My thirst for knowledge has always been unquenchable. I have been the research department my entire life. A lot of us have. I wanted to have information. I wanted to be factual and right. I was on the debate team at Cody, so being there, child, your state, relate, prove, and conclude. That was our formula, honey. And I try to live by that today. And I have to remind myself my formula: state, relate, prove, conclude. Boom. I'm forever curious. I'm forever curious, but have little focus. I know a little about a lot. How about that? I like that. I like that, Amy. Okay. Hashtag Club 50. I like that. Nifty, nifty. You made it to 50. How about that? Okay. Oh, that's a little incantation. That's a little Samantha Stevens incantation. Ha, give it to me. Yes, we did. I love it. Okay. Uh, it is scary to challenge yourself because you're the one who is responsible for your success and failure. Listen, that there is always the thing, honey. I can't be mad at nobody but me if I don't do this. You know what I'm saying? If I don't give it an attempt, then who can I point fingers at? Nobody but me. Even when I try to point fingers, they always say when you point one, there's three pointing back at you, and the thumb is all over the place. Okay. Okay, so when you point, yeah, it's three pointing back at you. So you always got to look at the responsibility that you've had in it. And when it's all you and you don't have anybody to lean on or to try to throw blame to or whatever, honey, hey, that's a hard pill to swallow a lot of times. And you see that a lot of homeless folks that have started businesses and things, and the business failed and wasn't successful. They don't know how to recover from that. So you have a lot of people who self-medicate and all of that because they don't know how to recover. And that there is, I think this is where some of us who are compassionate about that, we need better workshops. And this is some of the curriculums and stuff that need to be taught in the classrooms alongside understanding economics and business and carrying on. We need to understand what happens when it is not as successful as you would like for it to have been, especially when you put your all into it. Because they say, okay, it's either gonna make you or break you, right? And so, uh, when we get to that point, what do we do? What do we do? Because if I don't put everything in this and it broke me, how do I, where do I pick up the pieces? Are there any pieces to pick up? Is there anything salvageable? Do I got enough crazy glue to put them back together? You know what I'm saying? Or do I have to scrap the whole fucking thing and start over? Okay, do I got to go back to McDonald's and start there to rebuild the income or whatever? I'm gonna tell you something. I looked at, what was it, 48 hours? Okay, it was 48 hours where Eddie Murphy, with Randolph and Mortimer, right? But then when they did what was the movie? Was it Coming to America? And he gave him the money. They were all out on the street because they had lost all the money in the business. But then he come walking through and gave them the money. Randolph, and now they got to thinking of stuff again. I see life like that a lot of times. Oftentimes you have to start at the bottom again and until you get that lick that's going to give you the muse to come on in. Hold on, Aunt Nikki, you ready, girl? Okay. All right, let me let her come on up here. Aunt Nikki is here. Okay, Buck, you got your wish. She's here. Okay. Most major surgeries do. I have had procedures done on both my feet. Come on, get right. Okay, right. Okay. All right. Here we go,
Oh,
baby.
I was raising my hand. I was waiting for you. I've been ready. I just been bullshitting around. And I was raising my hand because that was
Oh,
changing places. 48 hours was with Nick Nolte.
oh, it's changing
Change,
places. Right.
change
Okay.
places.
Changing places. Okay. Okay. Let's go
But
here.
that also
Meech,
lets
do
you
you sleep
know
well
in
at
changing
night?
places that any of us can be a second away from either making it or being.
Exactly. Okay.
I mean that.
Oh,
I
you
mean
just
things.
answered about
Things
sleep.
happen.
Okay.
Things happen like that. They really do
Right.
happen like that.
Exactly. Yes, dealing with sleep apnea is
You
rough.
guys,
Trust
is
me,
that
I know.
me? I'm hearing me.
A
Can you
pop,
hear
yeah,
me
that's you.
clearly?
I hear you clearly, but sometimes there's a pop. I don't know what that little click
Yeah, I
is.
hear you sounding like you doing like a popcorn machine over there.
No, I hear you clearly, but on your end it's like every now and again it's like a click.
Yours is like that, like your whole conversation. I can understand what you're saying because I know I'm reading your lips and
Uh-huh.
stuff too. But so ask them in the comments, do we sound crazy to them?
Okay. All right, hold on. Hold on. Let me go down and see what they're saying. Let me see what they're saying. Okay, y'all put down here in the comments. Are y'all hearing both of us clearly? Okay, let us know so that we know what to do. Okay. No sound issues here. Okay. That came from Buck. Okay. Uh what they told you the walls have ears.
I don't know what I don't know what I'm hearing. Like I'm hearing something so crazy. Sound like we got aliens coming through here.
Child, they might be listening. Okay, they may be listening. I feel you, sir, trying to get ready for a Hump the Grinder Hair Wars hair show. I be tired getting the models ready, cooking the food, getting props, the music, the choreography, etc.
Ooh,
But it
child,
takes
I
me
don't
two
miss
days
them
to
days. I
recuperate.
don't miss
To
them
recuperate.
days.
Vaughn, you still fucking with Hump, child? I guess you done became a staple with his show. Okay, and that's cool because that
I
there
don't
is
miss
it's a
them days,
gig.
y'all. I swear to God,
What?
hair show, getting ready for a hair show. That
Okay.
shit is the fucking worst. To be able to go out and show off for a few minutes, you preparing
Do
forever.
do you prepare forever for a 5 minute spot? Okay, for a 5 minute spot,
Okay,
it
now I got you,
takes maybe 4 months to really prepare
baby. And
for
especially
five
if
minutes.
you doing artistic.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Vaughn is he's the fashion designer. Okay, so he's doing the clothes.
Ooh,
Now I know at one point would he now Vaughn, are you now sewing for everybody in the show? Or you just doing your models? Because see, I used to MC a lot of Vaughn shows and carrying on, and he's my
mm,
costume. That's when I went to Detroit to go
yeah,
perform.
you told me.
Okay,
He made the
so
gold
a
one, right?
lot of,
Did
huh?
he make the gold one?
Yeah,
Okay.
the gold 2 piece.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a lot of times, in dealing with the shows and carrying on, you know, now with the hair shows, I used to push him because I'm like, listen, what I said potential, okay, pushing him. I'm like, how come if you're the only fashion designer on this damn show, you should be doing all other goddamn models' clothes. You should be with the hair designers and carrying on, and to get it together so
Mm-hmm.
that you could be the one to make all the damn clothes. That would be hot. Now, that's me talking from being on the outside in, not considering the work you got to do all that shit. And you talking about a 3 hour show, 1,600 fucking models. Okay, and you got
Yeah,
alien
like
themes,
he's
all
starting even way before the hairstylist is starting
right,
on creations.
exactly. So, I didn't think about it from that particular end. So I had stopped trying to push him on that.
Yeah.
And because he was doing his own models, because he was showing maybe like 15, 20 pieces,
Okay.
So now you got all this to do, and then you got to fit the models, and so now you're doing all the different pieces, and then you got to coordinate the show and get your music
I was
together.
getting ready to say yeah, because if he would have been trying to do it for all the hair models, you got to think
Uh-huh.
about, and I'm just thinking about in artistic and hair illusion, they're creating a whole story with hair.
Right. Right.
So if you got Jane in the motherfucking jungle, then not only does her hair have to express that, but her outfit has to too. And then you got these ones over here who are doing Egyptian goddess and stuff like that. So that's so many. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, I'd be like,
Yeah.
yeah, my ass, I'm not doing
So
that.
I had stopped trying to push him in that direction because I saw his frustration with just his shit, trying
Yeah.
to get his models and this, that, and
Hmm.
the other. So I said, okay, did you know dealing with us and our people, I've always thought that shit was just too goddamn janky. Because you get bitches with their attitudes and shit. And I know it was one hairstylist that stopped fucking with him because of me, because I was the show bitch. I was the
Mm.
backstage bitch. My rule, I ran it like a theater. Six
But you know
o'clock.
what? Now that you say that, if more hair shows and stuff like that was ran the way we do theater or on set,
Yeah,
baby,
yeah.
they would run a lot smoother.
It was listen. This child come up in here, Little Willie, honey. I'll never forget it. That motherfucker came up in my show and thought he was gonna have a presentation. I said, no, your call time was 6 o'clock. That bitch came up in there at 7:30, 8 o'clock because he was going by where they are on the lineup.
Yeah.
I said, no. I said, my call time is 6 o'clock, honey. You
Right.
have no presentation.
Exactly, because you gotta be
Okay.
here at your call time.
But that was me. Von let him go on. And ever since then, we had went to we had just before that, we had gone to his shop to uh get the tickets and stuff together. And he called himself talking about something. Oh, honey, no. No, I'm in this show because I'm doing you a favor. I said, excuse me. I said, no, correction, sugar. I said, no, we are doing you a favor. I said, because you're the business. I said, because see, before they come running to him saying that they want some clothes, they gonna come to you first saying they want their hair done. I said, so no, we doing you a favor because this show is a fashion show. You just happen to be a special guest. I said, so this show is going to go on with or without you.
Right.
So I don't need your
Because they
favor.
care for the clothes.
Baby, when I did that, oh, I got him in trouble because they didn't want to fuck with him no more because of me. And that was one of the reasons why I had to pull back and let him have his shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Vaughn, you remember that, I'm sure.
Hey. But sometimes people
Okay.
don't get it. Some people just don't get it.
They just don't. I got a playlist called Change Your Mind, Change Your Mood. Lots of offbeat, upbeat songs and some classical. I update it whenever I come across a bad mood that digs in for a long stay. Now, you
Oh,
know what?
that's good.
Margaret, now see you touched on something I'm gonna touch on later on in the show, but since you brought this up, I'm gonna go right there because part of what I wrote to go over today
The
is to
damn aliens
understand.
just came back. Y'all, do y'all hear them?
No,
Me only hear them when you talk. That's why I keep asking you, do I sound like
no,
it? Well, they fucking with
okay.
you.
Uh, as far as music and stuff is concerned, one of the things I want in fact, this is gonna be the homework assignment for tonight. That I want to go over the kind of music. What is that music that you play that's going to uh jumpstart you into, okay, I can motivate myself. This is my song to get me up to say yes, I can go and grab the life by the balls and just kick ass. This is the song that's going to have me to do this and to do
It
this.
must be it must be the laptop. Because I
Oh,
can hear
okay.
you. I can hear you. Now you just came through clear.
What is that music that you play? Okay.
Yeah.
So oftentimes, we need that music. I have a playlist, called the Motivate Myself playlist. And so in that, I want y'all to put in the comment section some of the music that y'all listen to that jump starts you and carrying on. Now all know the standards. Ain't no stopping us now, you know. This is it. Make no mistake where you are. That's Kenny Loggins. Um, you know, what are some of those songs that get you? Girl, why are you crying? Your allergies acting up?
Mm, that's a good question. Whitney, I was not. Not built to break. Know my own strength.
Okay.
Remember, I posted that the other day, y'all.
Yeah.
And she said, sometimes I crush and I crumble, but I did not tumble.
Well, that was a perfect explanation of Amy's comment. Okay, mind blown. Okay. Oh, Pernita, you here? Hey, okay, come on, girl. Miss Pernita. I watched a video by Brian Brown about shame and vulnerability. Basically, she said that they're always tied together and cause each other. The only way to be vulnerable without shame is to live wholeheartedly. Face the day with your whole heart, run your relationship with your whole heart, be willing to risk the vulnerability enough that there's no shame of it. Ooh,
I like that
how about that?
because we get so
How
scared.
about that?
We get so scared of what happened the last time that you don't give everything the next time. But somewhere we have to be open enough to not be afraid
Mm-hmm.
because if you go into it think not with the thing of I'm going to get hurt, but I'm opening up, and if I get hurt, I get hurt. I'm not going to shortchange this one for what the last one done.
Exactly.
We have to be open. We have to open ourselves up to that. I mean, because you can get through the hurt. We all think that we can't, but we do every time.
How about that? How about that?
Every
Okay. Okay. Well, I did. I done rolled my R's. You know, for lately I haven't been able to roll my R's, honey.
Ray say, where
Okay.
look that
Hey, baby,
Helena can
what's up,
do it.
Mr. Hall?
Hey, Tony. Helena can roll that on her.
Okay, yes, you can. Hallelujah. How awesome. Congratulations, Von Jerice. Okay. He says, what? I thank God for my talent, and I don't take it lightly since I overcame this COVID-19. Okay. Okay. Hey. Okay. How about that? Okay. Yeah. What you say? Damn, I didn't know he came through during the Super Bowl. Yes. Oh, was you there at the hotel? Were you there? Because child, please, they stayed in Livingston. Oh, that's right, they stayed in Livingston. They didn't go downstairs. Okay, they were up in the Livingston and carrying on. Okay, yeah. Detroit love. Okay, hashtag Detroit love. Okay, I love it. Absolutely. Okay. Okay, yeah, that was trading places. Thank you. Okay. That's what I teach and help people in the financial industry. Okay, okay, right. See, and see, these are still some of the lessons that we have to now instill those lessons so that we can take the lesson and apply it across the board. And a lot of times we perfect it in one area, but not in all areas. And one of the things about a principle will stand the test of time across the board in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it if you set it up, it goes across the board. Okay,
Hey, Eric, I love y'all too. I'm sorry, y'all. Listen, Thanksgiving wore Aunt Nikki the fuck out. Ask me. I woke up yesterday and still thought it was Friday. I'm so sorry, y'all. I
okay,
have not been feeling well, but you know what, Mish? When we talk about principles and stuff that go across the board, I know I came in late, but remember I told y'all when I went to cosmetology school, I didn't go to like 92, even though I had been doing hair since I was like 14, because my dad, my uncle, they owned our shop since 1976.
uh-huh.
So I didn't go until we came back from Germany and stuff. But in Fayetteville, North Carolina, there's a hair school called Sherelle's Beauty Academy, right on Murchison Road. If anybody know in North Carolina what I'm talking about. Um, they had a class distributed through Pivot Point, and it was a people skills class. This class
Okay,
since 1992 has got me through everything, and I feel like it's a class that should be taught before kids leave high school. It was
mm-hmm.
because it wasn't about hair; it was about teaching you um how to get through any situation with anyone, any culture, people who got a bad attitude. It taught you how to maneuver through life, basic people skills. And that was 1992, and I still never forget that class.
Okay,
And I really feel like that's something they need to teach the kids before they leave high school. You need to know how to deal with things in any setting. You need to know when things ain't going right. If whatever service you providing, if that person is not happy with the service that you providing to them, honey, you need to know how to deal with it. You need to know how to deal with an irate person when
Right.
you shouldn't be arguing back and forth with them and all kinds of stuff, or when you can diffuse the situation. I
And
just thought
wait a
that
minute.
was
Hold
the
on.
best thing. What's up?
Okay. No, keep talking. I'm gonna mute my mic. I got to tell the
Okay, you guys. So I remember I remember my my first time on the floor in cosmetology school. The people, you could go to the school and get your hair done and stuff like that, and that's only done by seniors. And I remember, y'all, this one lady came in and she wanted a roller set. And she already had a full stone and weave. And then y'all know that was 1992, so it wasn't the techniques and stuff that we use now. So, but she wanted the big ass, like, it might as well been an afro roller set type thing. And I remember saying to myself, this is horrible. And this damn lady about to cuss me out. But I was giving her exactly what she asked for. But to me, it looked a terrible goddamn mess. It looked at a mess. To this day, I'm gonna tell you, this shit looked a mess. But she absolutely loved it. Gave me a $25 tip and everything. And I'm sitting there like, now is this a North Carolina thing or what? Because I know Philly, bitch. If I would have got up out the chair looking like she got up out the damn chair. Now, I don't know. Maybe she was in the players, huh? I don't know. But she was like, you gave me exactly what I wanted. I swear to God, it was the big ass roller set. Hair was out the hair. It was, but it showed me, because in my mind, I'm like, Lord, I'm about to have to cuss this lady the fuck out. And really, she loved it. And having that class in the back of my mind, I knew that I would, in my mind, I thought I was going to have to diffuse the situation. Luckily, I did it because she absolutely loved it. But I knew that ahead of time instead of popping off. I know
Okay.
still have her pop off moments, but most of the time when I'm popping off, it ain't business like.
Right.
I'm just,
Hello. Hello.
I ain't gonna sit up here and be like, yeah, I know I've been kumbaya and since. No, that's some bullshit. But if it
How
got
about
something to do
that?
with business, then I'm gonna know how to handle myself accordingly. I'm gonna know how to go into any setting, restaurant. Why don't they teach the kids etiquette and stuff anymore? My kids had it.
Because again, it's part of the creative arts. Etiquette
Yeah.
and carrying on part of creative arts and this and that. Those are life skills. They took home economics out.
Well, you know what? My kids was a part of a program that actually happened on the weekend. They
Hmm.
signed up during school and they paid them. It was one
Right.
of those programs where they paid them, and they would go out to different fancy restaurants and stuff like that. Even though it was stuff that I had already taught them, but they would have fun doing it, being out with their friends and knowing how to behave in a fancy restaurant. I remember a long time ago we was in DC when I was singing, actually taking my craft serious like I should have kept doing. But my manager lived in DC, and we had a business meeting. And what was the lady name that had the restaurant inside, like the big, who in DC right now? Leah's in DC, right? The
Yeah.
the famous black chef. She had the restaurant inside that big ass train station. By the way, back in the day, I didn't know that train station was also a
Who you
cotton
talking
gin.
about? Beef Smith?
Is it B Smith? Cause she the one that had dementia, right?
Yeah, she passed. She just
Did she pass?
passed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Her husband ain't shit. I will talk about her another day. But we went in. I think that was her restaurant. We went in there, and they have like the 3, 4, 5 course meals and stuff like that. And I remember my manager leaning over. He was like, "Yo," because he was just basically a street dude with some money who was smart, and he worked at IBM. So he
Hmm.
leaned over. He said, "Yo, which one of these forks and shit we supposed to use?" And I said, I just looked at him because I'm like, nigga. But if you just simply tell somebody as they're growing up, the way the forks and stuff goes is the way the dinner goes. So if there's shrimp cocktail or something like that first, and that's what that shrimp fork is for. And then here comes your salad. And then there's your dinner fork. Over here, if you got a soup, there's a soup spoon. And then you know what I mean? Your dessert spoon and stuff like that. But simple things like that are life skills that
Yeah.
we need
Life
across the
skills
board. We need them across the board because they work in everything that we
and
do.
everything. Yes.
How you
Yes.
want to take a meeting with somebody and they sit down at a table and don't know proper table etiquette.
You know what? And here's something to consider. Here's something to consider that we need to advocate. Uh we always keep talking about the curriculums in school because we get classes that and shit that we're not going to use the information after we get out of school.
Yeah.
You know, we don't see us using geometry and shit unless you're going into
Unless you be an
architect
architect and stuff like that.
and or stuff like that, to where you're actually understanding angles. Unless you're going to be going into being a pool, a billiards player, a professor, and you're understanding angles. Okay,
Mhm.
um, we don't get that. Okay, so we need to advocate for courses like you just said that's going to life skills are just that. These are skills that we're going to take across the board throughout every aspect of our lives.
Right.
You know, the trades and carrying on, honey, learning how to build and make stuff that we can take across the board. In fact, the more you use it, the better you get. You know, you
Listen,
become
I went
yeah.
to a vocation. I went to a vocational technical school, and like I said, I didn't take cosmetology because I had been doing the hair all my life. I knew doing hair was something I was going to always be doing. So I learned something different. I learned photo typesetting, offset printing. I could counterfeit some money if I was a crook.
Oh, okay. Let's go
I'm
to the
just saying.
comments. Let's go to the comments. And Red that came up in here. Shout out to all the new folks in our midst. Good to hear from you. Okay, ha. Okay, what you eat, Nikki? I'm smashing some Nutter Butters while I'm getting my daily steps in. Hashtag doing good while being bad. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, me
Doing
too. I just got
good.
off the scale. I was scared I was gonna gain some damn weight for Thanksgiving, but then I realized I was so fucking tired I ain't barely eat.
Doing good while being bad. I like
Yes,
that.
I'm right here with you, honey.
That's a title, baby. That's a title or something. I got to yeah. Keep that hashtag. Email me that hashtag so I
I was
don't
getting
forget
ready
it.
to say, meet you ready to write. That sounds like something
Okay,
we can go ahead and start writing
that's
right now.
fucking ooh.
Come on,
That's
Eric.
okay. Let's see. Hair designers should be doing hair. Hair models should have a wardrobe attendant. That's too much. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Pranita. It is too much. But one of the things about the hair shows, and I don't care which ones they are, whether they're Hump the Grinder Hair Wars or the Golden Scissors and all that, they all the same. When you're dealing with, particularly with our people, okay, there's going to be some bullshit in the mix some goddamn where,
Always.
and you're going to always have the diva moments, honey. Well, a bitch gonna come up in there thinking she's supposed to be entitled to and entitled to and entitled to, and then when you got the stars, they the local stars, okay, but they done been in all the hair shows, and the folks,
Mhm.
know they gonna walk and they gonna turn it. Then they come up in there like they got they got this and the airs and the this and the that. Ooh. And it's like, okay, bitch, you know what? Okay, let me knock you down a peg or so. Because
Right.
it's kind of attitudes where, yeah, it adds to the too much. And see, like I said, I had to
Because there's
stop.
always everybody has a job to do, and if you don't
Right.
let the people behind the scenes get you together, then
Do
you're
their
not gonna look
job.
good. You're not,
Hello. Can I do mine? Okay.
because the people
And
behind the scenes is there to
oftentimes,
make you look good when you get up there.
right.
Period.
Right. Okay. And all of that. Now, one of the things I've loved about the hair shows, I like the children who come up there and they do your hair on stage.
I love that.
When they can
Oh
sit down there and
my,
create on motherfucking stage, that's
baby,
the key. I've been
the
trying to get
speed cutters,
Vaughn.
like that, them speed cutters and whatnot.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've been wanting to get Vaughn to do that to where he go from start to finish. Okay. Now he got stuff preset certain pieces. But he can
Mhm.
sit down there and zip that shit up and put a zipper in something and put that bitch on the mount and have her walking. I've been wanting him to do that for the longest time.
But we could
Okay.
probably do well, Vaughn, we could probably do it in a way where we are filming you live as you get them
Right.
ready from the back to the
Okay.
front.
When my time has paid off now, he has even made my designs on the front cover of the DVDs now. Oh really? I didn't even know he had DVDs.
Oh,
So I'm getting my dues and
congratulations.
it's paying off. Well, you know what? And it
Congratulations.
should, because let me tell you, you've been dealing with him for a little piece of a minute, and you should. Damn it, hell! As far as I'm now, as far as I'm concerned, you should have been doing that. That he should have done that for you a long time ago. because you are the only fashion designer on the show. So you are the interchange and set the tone or whatever, you know. So I'll get off into that in another time. Okay. Eric Butler, Nutty Butters are my favorite. Let me tell y'all
Mine
something.
too.
That is the best peanut butter cookie in the game.
Don't make me
You
go in my
understand
book
me?
bag. Don't make me go in my book bag because I don't want to wake Lily up. I swear to God,
That
it's a pack in front of my book bag right now. I keep for emergency.
Nutter Butters are the best peanut butter cookie in the motherfucking business. Do you understand me? When they came out, I thought that was so ingenious to
Listen,
make
it
the
look
cookie
like the peanut.
shaped like a peanut. Girl, get okay. And then
I've been loving them forever.
then the child
Don't you
said,
do it. Don't you do
"Listen,
it.
okay,
Don't
what
you
you said?
dare
Don't you
do
do
it,
me?
Eric. Don't
Don't
you?
you do me? Listen, Lorna Dooms.
Let me tell you something, baby. I will inhale the motherfuckers. I try not to even look at the box. Okay? Because for as dry as those cookies are, they some of the best damn cookies on the damn
Bitch,
planet.
let me
What?
tell you, oh, a motherfucking Lorna Doom. Oh,
Eric, you wrong for that. You so wrong for that because I see I'm gonna be at the store tomorrow.
Lorna
You
Doom.
know we all on
You
this
know
weight
what?
loss journey. You ain't got to bring that shit up like that. I thought you said you love me.
No, well, okay, this
Look,
is the
see,
same thing. Okay, now I got to go to the supermarket tomorrow.
exactly. You starting shit up in here. Listen,
Stop listening in on us. We do not approve this message. The hashtag the T sippers. Talk to the aliens. Okay, talk to them, child. Talk to them.
listen. That damn Eric done started something. That don't make no damn sense. You said you love her. You know I'm in here trying to lose this goddamn weight. You talk about
Okay,
what I'm doing. I'm be done go
okay,
eat the
now
whole
wait a
damn
minute.
box tomorrow.
Okay, Martin, you put this YouTube link up in here. What was the song, child? You okay? This is one of the songs, but you put the YouTube link up in here. Put the song title up in here, baby, because I can't press the YouTube link on this. Okay, so we know the song. Holy Grail by Justin Timberlake and Jay-Z. Oh, okay. Now, sweetheart,
Oh, I like that song.
now I don't know how to pronounce this damn name, honey. Uh,
What's your name? Ooh.
all these damn letters, child. These are all consonants for the most part, and very few vowels. So you're gonna have to tell me how the hell to say that name, baby. I don't mean no disrespect, but
Um,
yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right.
no.
Of course I wouldn't miss it, honey. Okay. I said, yes, that was a great one. Okay, absolutely. Okay. What we got here? In this mouth, I gotta get a new mouse because this bitch want to do her own little thing, honey. Bruno Mars, "Locked Out of Heaven," and "The Hills Have Eyes" by The Weekend. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that baby. And listen, I watch Nollywood, so I can pronounce almost any damn name. But this, I
No, child.
I don't know what that means.
Okay. Yes, you can. I love when Helena Hologram says, "Oh,"
Yes, baby.
and roll them R's. Okay,
Yes,
there we go.
honey.
There we go. I work days at the Super Bowl. Okay, okay. Uh-huh. You have to start early so you won't be in the poverty house. You need a financial plan and a goal. Okay. Okay.
Well, you know
I
what,
got you.
Anita, what do you do when you know how when people say, "Well, I don't have no extra money to start the stuff that I want to start," and you really kind of
Exactly,
don't.
Eric.
What do you do then? Because I know, like I
Okay.
say to my daughter all the time, you know, with her little extracurricular activity, I'm like, sometimes if you not buy that, you might be able to buy what you say you can't get. But I'm looking at the fact that I ain't got no damn extra money. I just don't. But it's a lot of stuff. But when I do get extra money, I spend it on the things that I think will help what we're doing. Like when I'm buying equipment, cameras and lights and stuff like that we
Right,
need.
right,
But
right, right,
how do you start a financial plan when there's really nothing extra?
right. And,
Do we
and
feel
and
like we're
that
supposed to give up?
that there has to be. This is the kind of stuff that we need because one of the things about that, and this is going into part of what it is, the destination versus a pit stop. Because oftentimes, see, particularly with creatives like us, we
Mm-hmm.
get stuck at the pit stop. because we get stuck there because we don't know where to go. A lot of times it comes in our funding because we don't
Right,
know what to do to make this happen. So we stuck at the pit stop and can't get to the destination because we don't know which way to go.
right.
I'm gonna call that waiting on AAA to come and change the tire.
Sometimes they show up real quick. Sometimes they take hours.
Exactly. Education today is becoming more watered down, child,
Well,
honey.
that's why it's up to us to educate ourselves. And in this day and age of technology and the internet, you should never not know something, especially if it's something that you want to know. If there's something that you want to know, baby, there's the internet, there's the library, there's somebody else who have done it or whatever.
Exactly. Oh, I put that all in your face when you were talking. I'm
No, it's okay.
sorry.
What is he saying?
Um,
Go ahead, read
I
it.
have a boss like that, and he is book smart, but don't have clue one of street sense. Like anticipating the outcome before you speak. Not everyone was born on Easy Street. They can interpret what you say totally different than how you meant it. That's
Come
so
on,
true.
come on.
That is so true. But
That's
see,
why they
then
need
that
to keep that cultural diversity.
cultural diversity and also understanding the art of listening.
Hmm.
Because if you're trying to anticipate the conversation, then you're not in the moment.
You're not
You
hearing
don't
what they
already
say.
jump
You're not
because you're
listening
trying to
to
get ahead of the
understand.
game.
You're listening to respond. Right. You're listening to react. You're listening to respond. You're not listening to understand.
To respond. Right,
Mm-mm.
exactly. I went to cosmetology school in 1985. I'm old. And financial classes should have been taught in high school because all the parents taught us, all parents taught us was to go to school and to save at banks. But people don't know you have to borrow your own money at banks. Why should you have to borrow your own money? And people don't know that because the banks don't want you to know that. They want to make money off from you.
Yeah.
Yes, of course,
Yeah, that's
child.
what
Of
we talk
course.
about right now. Like your checking account. You think about your checking account.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, you think about your
Okay.
checking account. If you overdraw something, oh, the bank gonna let you overdraw it because they get paid when you overdraw. They want you to overdraw shit because then that's the fees that
Right.
they give you. They're gonna let you
Exactly.
overdraw it, and they're gonna charge you whatever your bank or credit union charge.
Right. And then when they get tired of making money off of you, then they're gonna say, okay, you got to. They're gonna close their account after so long. B. Smith, husband was messing with her assistant, and the assistant left his dumb ass. What goes around comes around. After her
But
husband
remember when he was
was
when
seeing
he
this,
she yeah she was suffering from dementia and she
right
wasn't in her right senses to leave him. Because I
now,
watched a whole story a couple weeks ago about him, and then he got on the radio and was having her as like the co-host or something on the radio and shit. I'm like, how the fuck you put your side
right,
drawer? Because it ain't like you can't make it seem like your wife know because she in and out of her senses. So that ain't right. I mean, but working in mental health for so long, I also get it on the other side. B. Smith's mine wasn't all the way there. So when you look at it on the other side of he didn't leave her, you know what I'm saying? He didn't leave her. He still was there to take care of her, but he still needed whatever he needed in his life too. So I see it from both sides. But as a woman, I'm like, yo, you fucked up. Like,
okay.
because it
Oh,
was
that
her
was the song
sister.
"Highway to Heaven."
Highway to heaven.
Now,
Oh, okay.
and I'm okay, "Highway to Heaven." Not "Stairway to Heaven." I'm sorry. Okay,
Jesse Dixon.
Jesse Dixon. Okay, I got to listen to that. I don't think I'm familiar with the song. I don't think I'm familiar with that song, but I'll have to hear it. Okay. I'm losing weight despite myself, but just can't leave those snacks alone, honey. Okay.
I'm a snacker too. I'm a snacker too.
Been
A
listening
lot
to
of
a lot
Rita
of
Ray.
Aretha Franklin lately. Really? Okay. Now, which ones? Because there's the Pity Party Rita, and then there's okay. Because y'all know Rita got the damn Pity Party songs out there that send you over, honey. Ain't no way.
Yeah, ain't no
Okay.
way. Look,
Never love
don't you make me
another
break that
way.
microphone out we
The
had the other day.
way
Oh,
that
look what
I
matter of fact,
love you.
let me show y'all what my daughter bought for us to have for Thanksgiving. Ain't it pretty, Meech?
Oh yes, yes, yes. Ooh. Okay, I got the shade. The face of mine is going.
Y'all see
Okay,
this? Ain't she cute? We had so much fun with this, didn't we, Meech?
okay.
I think I'm gonna get Lily her own for her birthday soon.
Yes, she need her own, honey.
Yes, honey, because if she put her mouth on my thing, One
That
person.
girl came and wanted to take that. Okay, it's my turn. She can come and get that damn microphone, honey.
First of all, and want to keep singing Old Town Road. I'm gonna tell you, but we ain't gonna keep singing Liliana.
Right.
But she was
Okay.
learning some of the classics that night, though, wasn't she, Meech? We was teaching.
Right. Okay. You teach them how to save their money so they can live the lifestyle they want and want to live after retirement. Okay. But you know what? Retirement sounds like it's so far away. And this is something that becomes one of the that's an Achilles heel because I know when we were kids and they were talking about retirement, we wasn't told to save. We were just told, when you get to retirement age, you got to make sure that you work long enough to get your pension, and this, that, and the other. We wasn't, they didn't instill in us about saving to build a house and this, that, and the other. We didn't have those kind of classes. But then every time you hear retirement, when you say that to a 20-year-old, retirement now is 72. So you're talking about 50 years before I get to see this money you know and that's what goes on into the mindset of a lot of people. I know I was one of them when I was younger, because when you talking about, okay, I can't touch this money and the 401k and this that, and another, all I know is I got money that's put up, and then they tell you to put it up and act like it's not there. But if you go ahead on and have it automatically take it out your check, you ain't gonna miss it because it's not there. Well, then when I'm in a pinch, and I got money I can't touch, that don't make sense. And
Well,
we have
you can because, well, I know when the doctor took me out of work, I had to file for Social Security and all of those stuff. I wasn't at work anymore.
right,
So once I, cashed in all my other stuff, the leave and the pay, whatever the shit I had, my severance pay
right,
and stuff, and then the time period and waiting for Social Security to kick in, I had to cash out my 401k. I didn't want to do. I didn't have 401k. I had 403b. 403b.
okay,
It's like 401k,
okay,
but I didn't. Who want to do that? Nobody wants to do
right,
that. You want now 50
right.
to
Hello,
there.
exactly, and then here we are, because I remember them telling us that when we were kids. Make sure y'all put up for y'all retirement. Make sure y'all put up for y'all retirement, because you don't want to get to where you 50, 60 years old and then ain't got no savings.
Right.
That was a conversation, but we never talked about its importance and what to do and this and the other. It was never talked about extensively. And so here we are in the world, honey, where here the world has shut down and
Right.
everybody broke, except for the top 100%.
Right. Right.
I
Right.
mean, the top 1%.
I know for us,
Okay.
my grandmother and them didn't talk about saving as much as they made sure you had your life insurance. Remember the man back in the day used to come to the house?
Yes,
I
child,
still
with that
remember
big
the
ass
little white
book,
man with the book.
with the big book that looked like a suitcase.
Yeah, look like he had rubber bands around the book and shit.
Yes,
Listen, it was certain things that they gave us to know about investments and mutual funds and stocks. Yeah, like I know that now. So like I've purchased stocks for my grandkids, and not ones that I was worried about growing right away, but ones that I've read up on that are targeted to grow later. So like I had 5 granddaughters, so I bought 100 shares in the
right,
medical marijuana company, so that all of them had 20 shares. You know what? For the first time yesterday, I saw it look a little different. Where I was like, "Oh, okay, the babies might get some money sooner or later." But that was the first time, and I've had them for a while. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just learning the little bit about stocks and stuff like that
right,
to for because I wasn't able to do it for myself, but I want to make sure it's done for my grandkids. So I'm learning as much as I can now, and hopefully some of the extra the other ones that I bought
right.
might do a little something, do a little dance, come up out this recession, so my airline stocks can go back up with them. They need to be. I just need a couple of
Okay, how about that? Okay, so let's see. I put this up, but I took it back down because you were talking.
oh,
I didn't
okay.
want it to be up in your face because it was a long one. Recently acquired the DVD movie Amazing Grace based on her 2-night gospel concert at a Los Angeles church in 1971. Like many songs from this. Fun fact: the album is the best-selling gospel solo album of all time. Yeah, that's true. Because Aretha, hell, she just did it, honey. Okay, and also 401k, exactly. Hey, Rose, what's
Hey,
going
Rose,
on?
how are you?
I see. I don't think people with disabilities don't have extra money for retirement.
And had I
Okay,
known that when they told me I was going to have to stop working and go on disability, baby, I would have fought tooth and nail. I'd have been hanging on my last damn breath to stay in work. Because
okay.
this is for the birds. Comes with
My
the book, and
insurance
I have
man
the book
still
that
told
he
me
signed
to
for
look
my.
at.
Hey, little old lady.
Come on, honey. I use Robin Hood. Okay,
I use Robin
okay,
Hood too, bro. That's who I use too. Y'all can get it from
okay,
Cash App. Y'all know that? Y'all can buy your stocks from Cash App. Matter
okay.
of fact, Latavia
Pernita.
is the one who showed me how to read up on the stocks and which ones to buy. She better at it than me. I don't have as much money
Okay,
to put into it, but it I thought it would be really hard to learn, but it wasn't as hard to learn as we would think.
okay. Life insurance is necessary. It's income replacement. People think life insurance is only for funerals. People can learn how to save with disabilities. I know because I'm on disability. Okay, okay. Well, see, these are the kind of classes that we need to have. Pernita, I'm going to challenge you, sister, to create for 2021, honey, possibly a webinar of some sort, to where you can start the educational process of how that works.
Can
You
we
know,
make it affordable? I mean, I know your teachings and whatever you learn costs a lot of money because I know that ours did too. But if we can, I'm not saying do it for free, but can we make it affordable? Because some of us really want to learn.
okay, on Cash App
Mm-hmm.
as well. Okay. The cheering. Okay, okay, the cheering. All right, now let me do this. Let me take a little commercial break right here, and then when we
I
come
thought you
back,
said Red had came up.
um,
What happened?
let me-
I
he
thought you
did, and
said
then he
Red had
popped
came up.
out, but I thought he was gonna come right
Okay.
back in.
Okay.
I thought he was coming right back in, but he hasn't come back in yet. So um, we shall see. Because right when I was going to go to him, he popped out.
Okay.
So it must be something with his connection over there. Y'all know it's been raining down here.
Yeah, it's raining
Oh
like
yeah.
crazy here.
Uh uh yeah, when we come back, let me share a little bit of something, honey. I felt so butch today, I didn't know what to do with myself.
Oh, well, wait now. Just go to commercial. I want to hear this. I ain't talk to you all
Ah!
that.
Okay, right. Okay. We
Definitely
shall
want to hear
return, honey.
Spanish.
Give us the 2 and 2. Okay. Well, that was such the saying. That's what commercials were, 2 minutes, child.
Was that
Total.
Donnie Simpson?
Nah,
Was that Donnie that used to be?
what?
Oh no, was it Love Connection? Who was that did? We see you
That
at
was
two.
Chuck
Love
Woolery.
Connection.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
2 and 2. Yeah. 2 and 2. Okay. And then do the little clip. Okay. Yes, child. These cheering. Okay. Let's go here. We're not asking for your permission. We're not seeking your approval. We're claiming what's ours in the name of our ancestors. We are their answered prayers. This is more than a movement. This is a revolution. Black innocence. What are yours today?
Are you ready to continue the journey with talk show host, internet sensation, and author of Awakenings, Epiphanies along a spiritual journey, Big Meech? He is offering another installment of thought-provoking ideas, principles, and metaphors that will encourage, enlighten, inspire, uplift, and catapult you into a brand new evolution of accepting yourself in your total truth. Revelations, Affirmations, and Confirmations. The new book by Big Meech is infused with conversations of love and inspiration that gets right down to the real nitty-gritty. It will confront the reader with the proverbial mirror in an effort to take a deep, closer look within to find all that one needs to propel forward and make life happen. Get your copy today on Amazon.com or go to www.dishingtea.com. That's www.dishingtea.com. For more information, contact Big Meech at 404-914-5610. Revelations, affirmations, and confirmations. This message has been brought to you by Too Deep and Pastor Don Jr., CEO of the Winning Team.
The views and opinions expressed here on Dishing Tea TV are strictly those of the hosts and guests of this program. They do not reflect the views and opinions or governing actions of any of the sponsors or affiliates of Dishing Tea Entertainment, Artist First Entertainment, Big Guy ENT, Atlanta Hot Radio, Black GDP TV, or Diversity TV. Your viewing and listening discretion is advised. All right, what's going on? We are back. We are back. Children. Now, let me share with y'all something that is.
Yeah, I want to hear about the Butch moment.
I think it's very very inspiring. You know, as I was saying yesterday on yesterday's show about how we, if we look at 2020 and preparing for our 2021. What do we learn from it? And, have we ever looked at our silver linings and what had happened and this, that, and the other? And I'm going to say this because when it hit me the other day, honey, it floored me. Because though COVID has shut down everything, there were some things that came out of COVID that I would not have did had it not been for COVID. Okay. And part of that is, child, I have been able to buy not one, but 2 cars this year. 2. That's crazy. And I'm looking at it like, wow. When I said that, I was like, did you just do that? And carrying on and this, that, and another, blah, 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 blah. And was able to we're trying to brand ourselves and getting merchandise and carrying on together and shopping this and shopping that and building a business and trying to get this together. And it was very, 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 very apropos. So what happened? I just acquired the Hoopty Dad. Okay. Hoopty Dad, Miss Melanie Honey, Melanie Cool, she gone. And they told me I had to rebuild the engine and all that. Well, I just went yesterday and I just acquired a 2005 Honda Element. Okay. And what my butch thing was today, child, I had to pop that hood. And today I changed the damn headlights because one of the headlights was out. So I changed, I mean, it's simple as hell. But I've never done it. I've never done it, and I'm not that mechanical. Y'all know I can't stand greasing nothing on my damn hands like that, child. I mean, I can get grimy, but y'all get some of the gunk off my hands before I do anything else, because that bothers me. My mother taught me like that all my life. All my life. Hey. She said, I'm surprised you eat bananas. She said, because I was a baby, I would take the bananas, and because they squished in my hand, she said, I was hand, because my hands were dirty. She said, I've been like all of my life. Okay, and I'm not child that ain't going nowhere. Cause I can't my hands, I don't mind getting them dirty, but damn it, they get too dirty, it start to ruin my nerve. But I changed the lights. I went
I'm
on
so proud of
YouTube,
you.
honey, because I don't know what the hell somebody had said it. I went on YouTube and I looked at the tutorial and I said, okay. And child, he changed the lights in 5 minutes, right? Both I was like, oh, is it that simple? So I said, okay. And I changed
I
the
did the
lights.
same
Honey,
thing
I
last
feel so
week.
good.
Listen, I did
I
the
feel
same
so
thing
fucking
last
good,
week.
bitch. I'm like, oh, look
Let
at
me tell
that.
you something. My daughter Keisha is the queen of bitch. I'm going to YouTube to find out how the fuck to do it. I be called you heard me meet you here called the Bob the Builder. Keisha can fix anything. She will go to YouTube and figure the fuck out. She
Okay.
told me it's something wrong with her car right now. The only reason why she can't do it is because she don't have no space to be able to lift it all. I said, listen here. But last week, remember when Ella was acting crazy. So
Uh-huh.
after our mechanic came and hooked her up, Cole said, Mom, the radio not working no more. And I was like, that sounds like it's probably the fuse or something. Because she was like, it just won't come on. So I looked at the YouTube video because I'm like, I don't know where the fuse box at or whatever. So I went out there. I followed the first YouTube video. The fuse that said audio, nothing was wrong with that one. I was like, damn. I felt a little bit of defeated, but I came back in here and some said, watch another YouTube video. And the next one I watched, the man said, sometimes you might think it's your audio one, but it's not. It's probably your AV one. When took my hands back out there, pulled out the one that said AV, you could tell it was popped. I was like, boom. I fixed it. And I put the other fuse in there and came in there. And Cole was like, dang, Mom, I guess we're gonna have to call somebody to see what they could do about fixing the radio. I was like, girl, I fixed it already. She was
Right.
she was like, look at you in here channeling your inner Keisha. I was like, yes, honey, I went to YouTube. Bitch, don't
Okay.
calling the mechanic for every little thing be costing me money I don't have. If it's something I can
Exactly.
fix, I'm gonna try.
How about that? Okay, the children. Okay.
I wish
Now,
I could have seen you changing that damn light today. I'd have been and
well,
listen,
you
I
know what?
would have
Well, my prior boyfriend, honey, he hates when I introduce him to folks as my ex, but I'm like, John, that's what you are. Okay, you know, because everybody, if I just say my friend Matt, it becomes everybody okay because he's gay, I'm gay. Then everybody start asking the question, "Are y'all a couple?"
because
This is
when
my
you
ex,
say your friend, I'm looking like what friend?
right?
When
Okay,
you
no,
get
this is my ex.
when this friend
Okay,
at? Who
right,
that?
right.
So
So
let's
I just
establish
cut to the
who you
chase.
are.
Right, this is my
We
ex.
cool.
Okay, and
My
we
ex, we
cool.
cool.
Right. Okay. So yeah, he wanted he trying to get his little life together. So he wanted to come and clean the car and because he introduced me to the guy I bought it from and this, that, and the other. The car only had one owner, him.
Oh
It's a
wow.
2005. He had the car all this time. Okay. Was
Come on.
driving it all
We
this
moving
time
on up. What her
up
name
until
gonna be?
4 weeks ago. Because he got him a new car.
Okay.
So it's
Did you
only
name
had
her
one.
yet?
No, not yet, not yet, not yet. She feel it might be, but what I was playing with the name Mavis because
Okay.
Mavis Staples is the one who sang Melody Cool. So I
Mm.
said, oh, but she ain't settled right yet, so
Oh,
she gonna
okay.
name herself.
Okay. Because you know,
She ain't settled
now
yet.
her and Ella the same age, honey. They can hang.
Oh, they sisters.
They so
Okay, so
y'all.
before we,
Well, let me tell y'all this real quick. Why it's on my
uh
mind. It has nothing to do with what we talk about, but this shit keeps freaking me out. So you guys,
huh,
I told y'all I have identical grand twins, right? I swear to you, every time we FaceTime with these kids, Lily can tell them apart. Every time.
okay,
Molly called me earlier because he's calling me when he's doing dinner and stuff. My son can really cook, y'all. So sometimes he calls me for advice on different stuff. So I'm
right,
like, where the girls? He turned the thing around, and Lily's like, hey, Nala, or hey, Nasia. And I'm like, which one is Nasia? She was like, the one with the yellow beret in the front. I said, Molly, is that Nasia? He said, which one? I said, the one with the yellow beret in the front. He was like, yeah. I said, how does she keep doing this? He only know because of the damn different clothes and stuff. It's freaking me out, y'all. Freaking me the hell out.
Yeah, it's what it is, honey.
I just, she's
It's what it is.
she always says that Nasia is the crazy one. She said, I can tell them apart because Nasia is the crazy one. First of all, y'all, Nasia is my namesake. That's my
Okay.
Islamic and Hebrew name. It means gift from the
Uh,
Lord, gift of the
okay.
eternal. Don't be, my baby ain't crazy.
Okay. Now listen. Before we go any further, I want to make sure that I do this. I haven't put this together in a commercial because I'm trying to word this right. But part of us making our branding and stuff for Dishing King. Now, y'all know we run a commercial about my books. I've been telling y'all about both of my books. Okay, this is the first one, Awakenings Epiphany Along a Spiritual Journey. This is this companion piece, Revelations, Affirmations, and Confirmations, honey. The journey continues.
I got
Okay.
her back the other day. Your niece brought her back.
Oh, this.
Thank you.
So I have both of the books. So what we're doing until the first of the year, um, both books you get them autographed and get an autographed copy. They're originally $15. They're going for 10 for the holiday season. So $20 will get you both books plus your shipping and handling. Now, what we are doing is also including we are making bundles. So with the bundle, you will also get a 2-ounce bottle of oil, okay, from the Sensuality Collection. This one happened to be roommate. And then you're going to get also an 8-ounce bottle of shower gel and also an 8-ounce bottle of lotion corresponding with your scent that you like. So that and both books would be originally a $90 value, and you get the basket for 65. Okay,
So all of that
so
coming in the basket for
all
65.
this is coming in the basket.
Amazing.
Okay, and it will be the fragrance of your choice. Now here's the thing, because you guys have not smelled the scents or whatever. What I will do is I will put up my popular scents, the ones that sell, and we'll let you guys do that. And may do is um may put a little samples. If you order one, then I'll put some samples in the bag so that you can understand some of the other scents. Like if you order roommate, then may put samples of some of the other stuff that you may like, just to take your palate. But yeah,
I will let you
$65
know that
basket.
my personal favorites are Naked Beauty, Vibranium. I'm just saying. They're amazing. They're
And these are
amazing and
all,
they're unisex. So
yeah, yeah, they're unisex. They are original scents. You're not going to get my scents anywhere but from me, okay? Because I create my scents, okay? So, darlings, that there will be that. So, again, I'm gonna put a little sizzle reel together to talk about it. So that way, when I put it on, I'll put it on. But I'm trying to word it, and it's been bothering me to get the wording together.
get the words together.
Okay.
Well, just put it
Uh,
like oh, remember them pictures from when you had the baskets and stuff? I think I might still have them. But
oh, that'd be cute. Yeah.
and you guys, I would really implore y'all if y'all seen the Black Innocence thing that comes on in the beginning of the commercial. If you guys can go over to that website and look around on the website and see what you may want. It is supporting a very good cause right now. Y'all know I'm going through the hell of my life, and appellate lawyers ain't cheap. I just want y'all to know, but this is something that is dear to me right now, but we're going to keep going even after it's not for me anymore. I want to be able to help somebody else in these situations where the money ain't there for the lawyers, and we know that the goddamn lawyer, they, if you get a public defender, the public defender work for them.
Okay. How about that? Okay. How about that? Okay.
Check
So
us out.
if y'all go to the website right here that's streaming or tickering across the bottom of the screen here, that there is to to Nikki's products and stuff that she have over there. Okay, they're lovely Christmas gifts, child.
Oh yeah. And me
Lovely,
too.
oh
You want
lovely.
to go to dishantt.com to get to either get the books or the baskets or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Go dish.
I have to
I
make
got to
sure that
put
I'm putting that across my banners. Like if I'm just doing something by myself, I gotta make sure I put that.
dishantt.com. Now I got to go and update the website to talk about the baskets.
Okay.
But they can order the books and stuff there. And here's the thing, I would know it if they put up in there two books and in the comments saying basket and
Yeah.
put
Then
65,
you
I
know
would
that
know what
person.
they mean.
Yeah, because you'll know from the price.
Right.
That's what they
I would
asking
know
for.
what it
When
is.
you put
Okay.
your commercial together too, you make sure you send it to me so that when I am doing stuff that's separate from Audition T, that I'm running it on mine too.
Okay. That's cute. So that there is that. Okay, wait a minute. Panisa says what? That's why I wanted you to contact me. It only costs a one-time fee of $99. That includes your books and your website. Okay. That's why if you're getting into the business and things, because you get a website and all of that. Okay. I can invite y'all to the Tuesday webinar. Oh, okay. That's cute.
Okay.
That there was gonna. I'll be at the donut factory, but
I was
okay,
gonna say,
because
what time is it?
yeah, because I'm on second shift 3 to 11 and carrying on.
Tell us what time,
And
because I
and
know my
okay.
grandbaby. You know, I'm on grandma duties when it comes to school.
My baby Tyler be watching y'all live on YouTube. He
You
just
tell
told me
Tyler,
as I
you
was
tell my
watching
nephew,
y'all
I
on
said, get his
Facebook.
ass off of here because this ain't for kids. You tell him I'm
Yeah,
gonna get
right.
his ass right now. His little ass off here. I'm about to call.
Okay.
Get your ass off of this damn thing. This ain't for kids.
Okay. Anywho,
Yeah,
Lord.
Tyler, my baby too. Tyler is my
Okay.
baby.
Well, here, let's go here because I want to tackle this particular subject. And I want to go to Black healthcare.
Mm.
Okay. And here's something that I put up in here. We already know about high medical costs. But let's dish about not wanting to talk about or share what ails you. Why don't we as people share our problems, um, the problems we are going when we know that there's help out there? Why do we always wait for the wow, okay, I fucked that up when typing this. Why do we wait for folks to learn about our ailments when either we're on our deathbeds or somebody that came to the funeral?
Um,
Now, let's let's
I'm making
it's
this face, and I'm gonna tell y'all while I'm making this face. Now, like I said, these last couple years, I've been so blessed to be able to handle my sickle cell stuff in a more natural way, to where even if I'm in a little crisis or something, I can get through it myself. But when I was in the depths, the belly of the beast, and did not know how to do things on my own, and was always being drugged up and stuff like that, I didn't want nobody to feel sorry for me.
right.
So nobody would know that I was sick as hell until I was already in the hospital. There
Hmm.
would be times when I can barely stand up and was still, I would push myself and push myself and push myself until I couldn't no more. I would go to the doctor. And y'all know how, like, if you do this, see how there's pink in my eye?
Hmm.
It will be totally white.
Mm.
Totally white. Hemoglobin being at 3. Anybody that
Mm.
knows anything about the medical field, a normal hemoglobin is anywhere from 13 to 15, right? For me, it will never be that. So if I'm at 10, that's amazing for me. But I would be at like 3. I had a doctor, my doctor tell me one time, I came and I guess I had passed out or whatever. And she said, you know, yesterday you look like me. She's white. She said, yesterday you look like me. I'm glad to see you got some color back.
Wow.
The thing for us of not wanting people to feel sorry for you, or I know for me, my thing is an ongoing illness. So who the hell want to hear about that all the time? You know?
Hmm.
So I might just say I don't feel good. But I
Hmm.
know that I'm like bitch, I'm about to check in this motherfucker. Like the other
Right.
day,
Right.
one
Right.
time I literally slept damn near, I don't remember telling my daughter bye on Friday morning before she left to go take her flight to go home. And when I woke up yesterday, I still thought it was Friday. And that's because I did so much on Thursday that I hadn't done it so long that I probably should have paced myself to do. And no, I don't want nobody feeling like, oh my God, you all right? It'd be a lot of times that I don't feel good, y'all. Only person that probably really know is Meech and Cole. I don't feel good. Well, I might not show
Okay.
up. You know, I think as a people, either we don't want to burden other people, or you let your pride get in the way because you don't want nobody to know. Especially, and I'm gonna say this about a lot of men. A lot of men let their pride get in the way, and you don't want nobody to know that you ain't got all it. You ain't Superman all the time. We gotta stop that. And I say the same thing about Black women, especially single moms. Single moms, and I did it, so I know what I'm talking about. You will run yourself and run yourself and run yourself, and you might take your kids to the doctor every time they need to go, but your ass don't go.
Oh,
And I know I can say that
that part.
because I'm talking to myself, because I used to do it all the goddamn time, knowing that I had no business not going to the doctor every month like I was supposed to. Because every so often I got to get somebody else's nasty ass blood inside of mine.
Okay.
We got to get, I think it is those reasons. We don't want nobody feeling sorry for us. We don't want nobody to, or that thing, we don't want nobody to know our business. Well, bitch, if you fall the fuck out and don't nobody know your business, they're not gonna know what to do for you.
Ooh. Okay, then can we go there? Can we go to that particular part? Okay. Hey, of the situation.
I'm just saying. Ah, well,
Okay,
nobody know my business. Well, bitch.
let's talk. Okay, uh, hold on because wait a minute, I'm put taste coming up here first. Girl, he said y'all be cracking him up. I didn't know he was watching until tonight. He gonna ask me where's Big Red Fella.
You tell my nephew I'm calling him tomorrow. I'm
Oh,
calling him tomorrow.
okay,
This little ass better get off this damn thing.
okay. Part of the issue is generational. In our community, we are often taught not to trust doctors, especially the ones that don't look like us. Okay. Yes, Nikki, you are right. That is a major why my father is no longer with us, and my mother is presently a cripple in a long-term facility. Wow. Okay.
But that thing that Eric just said, hold on, Miss, before you read Tracy's, the thing that Eric said about us not trusting doctors, the ones that don't look like us. But then we got the ones who say they don't want to trust the ones who look like us.
Look like us.
You don't want the black doctor on you. Well, sorry, I want the black doctor to work on me.
Listen, a child, because I know the ones. Okay, the black doctor tell you one thing, and you won't do what he said, but the white doctor say the exact same thing, and now is sliced bread, child. It is just to catch me out. Okay.
I don't care if you're black, white, female, male, if you're transgender. I just want you to be the best doctor that you want to be. Make sure I'm gonna be all right.
Exactly. Okay. I think maybe times we are conditioned not to be burdened, not to burden others, or people use their illnesses against you. That ain't so to speak, honey. That ain't so to speak, honey. You said that you hit that on the head. Okay, as far
Okay.
as just got to have something to talk about. Let's go here. Let's see. For me, it's time. I never had time for myself. We as black women, we have to do better with our health. I've been running myself in the ground. I realized it. It had been a while before I went to the doctor, and I have health insurance. How about that?
You was
Okay,
one of the ones I was talking about, baby sis. You gonna make sure them kids get to the damn doctor. But we will fall damn near fall out, which just happened to you a couple months ago. Your ass was sick as hell. And that's the only way
okay,
we'll go to the doctors. We will do for everybody else and won't think about us. And then I just thought about something too, Miss. When you got somebody who has an illness like mine, or something that's ongoing, is never going, is no cure for it, it's never going to stop, right?
hmm
If every time I tell you that I'm in crisis, I'm gonna feel like you gonna be like, oh my God, here this bitch go again.
You know what? Okay, I'm glad you said that because I'm gonna take it on the other same issue, take it on the other side of it. How I know for us, me being asthmatic and carrying on, uh, how often people hear it as an excuse that you can't do anything. Okay, when you say, "Oh, child, I'm tired," and then, "Oh, here this bitch go again. How about she
Right.
tired? That bitch ain't tired.
Not knowing what's really going on.
Right.
You really be tired as fuck.
Okay. Here's something to consider. Okay, and oftentimes we as and particularly black folks. Now I don't know how other cultures do. I'm sure it's the same because we're human. This here is being human and not wanting everybody to be individuals. You don't want to be coddled. You know, a lot of times when you get folks that say, "You okay today? How you doing, baby?" And they want to play that sympathy role, okay, and treat you as an invalid, like you just can't do shit. Okay, they mean well, but then you end up becoming a fucking charity case. Now they got you always on the prayer list at somebody's church. Somebody always, as if bitch you ain't called me before. Now that you done found out at something, I got a illness. Now all of a sudden, and then you want to get in my business because now I just can't be sick. Bitch, now you want to sit down here and you want to run this and tell me, well, now well, how you doing this? How you this? How you that? Okay, what about this? Bitch, did I ask you all that? You know, did I ask you? Now, the flip side of the coin, that's the stuff that we know and we operate out of because that's how we've been trained. That's how we've been brought up, you know. Um, I don't want nobody fussing over me. And then
Right.
for those of us who've been in the hospital and you're an independent person, okay,
That is the worst.
I'm telling you, child, when I was in the hospital and was incontinent, uh, and I'm telling you, I think I shared this before because they had to come and change my sheets 3 different times back to back because
Mm,
I couldn't hold it. And I couldn't. I was too weak to get up to get on the portable.
mm-hmm.
The nurse came up in there, and she said it like I was doing this shit on purpose. Okay, why do you keep doing this? And I said, bitch, do you fucking think I'm trying to do this so you can come here and change my ass?
Right.
Do you really
What
think I'm
kind of
doing this
grown
shit on
person
purpose,
in their
bitch?
right
And I
mind
made her get out.
want
I
to do
said, get the
that?
fuck out of here. I said, get the fuck out of here. Don't you bring your ass back up in here today. How dare you think that I'm just
Exactly.
gonna sit up here and shit on myself just to make your day motherfucking lousy?
Yeah,
Bitch,
who the fuck was that?
the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, I blew up because I'm embarrassed. I'm like, oh my God, oh my God. Okay. Y'all know how that is just when you're feeling well and you think you had a poop and it was a wet one. Okay. You like, whoo shit. Okay. You gotta throw your underwear. And it happened to me at work a couple times. You gotta throw the underwear away because they got too soiled to where you can't wash them out. You just threw them
Listen.
away. Okay. Uh-uh. Okay. We know what
Yeah,
that
you
is
embarrassed and don't nobody know but yourself. Who the fuck wants
right.
somebody else to see that?
Okay. So when you're dealing with that, that's what we know. Okay, because that's embedded in our DNA, I believe. But the flip side of that coin is a lot of times if just imagine if the village was able to be transparent, see, then we could probably advocate for better food services, better selections, okay, the better cuts of meat or whatever, so that we can learn how to have a build up a better immune system to where
Right.
we can learn how to fight it off better.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, if we say, oh, it's like this. Somebody diabetic, this F up in here. Okay. Now I get on this child because I'm like, no, you need to drink some damn water. And I ain't talking about no motherfucking Kool-Aid because I got to get you off this damn sugar. Don't you bring not nail soda up in here. You better have some juice, you know. And I get on this I know, you know, I know you are. That's why I'm talking to you. Okay.
Right, say you better not come over here because that's all the hell I got is
You
water.
know, so I would get on her because it's like, okay, you're gonna do what you're gonna do, but I'm not telling you to eliminate it, honey, because you got to wean yourself off of it. Incorporate more water,
Yes, you in
incorporate more
certain
of
things.
this
Remember, we talked
so
about
that
that.
it can,
We talked about that.
so
We're talking about our diets and we want to lose weight.
right,
You
right,
can't. Not some people can just go cold turkey and say I ain't that shit no more.
right,
But some people can't. So when the doctor told me, what was it, last December when she first said, your sugar level's a little high. And then I think it was
uh-huh,
around February when she was like, now you gotta take some metformin. Okay. Well, bitch, I know it really ain't about me and sweets because I'm not a big sweets person. Now, do I have my days? Oh, yes, bitch, because I love chocolate.
okay,
Because I love chocolate. But me loving chocolate don't mean I'm gonna binge it all day. I am gonna
right,
eat it, but I'm not gonna eat it all day. Mine was more so because I done gained the weight, and it is very hereditary in my family. There's so many
right,
people who have diabetes, they ain't got a weight problem. Ain't like that. It is very hereditary for us. So
right,
I know that I cannot skip taking that metformin in the morning and before I go to bed. And I know when some shit ain't right. Like if I eat too much of whatever I might be snacking on at the time. I'm a chip eater. Chip turns into
hmm,
starches turn into sugar. So that means I have to watch my starches. So I know when I'm
right,
eating dinner, I might just need to eat the meat and vegetables because I know I might want to eat some chips and shit later. You just got to figure out ways to do things because we all got shit that's
right,
going on and we
right.
do need to be able to help each other. My cousin, she was my cousin, but she was like my sister, my best friend.
Now
And when
I'm
my
gonna say
cousin
this, and this is gonna
died,
get
huh? What you say? I hear you. My
oh yeah,
cousin
finish that
died
because I'm
because
coming.
we grew up with her being diabetic. She was basically, I believe she was born with it. I need to ask Sharonda. But I remember we used to joke about it, like, because we never, speaking of that, we never wanted her to feel bad about her having the diabetes. Like we gave each other strength growing up because we both knew we had something serious
Right,
going on. But I remember I used to be like, girl, when we be going to school in the mornings, shout out to Holy Angels. When we went to Catholic school. And if I would go to her house first in the morning, and I'd be like, bitch, did you shoot up this morning? Because I swear to God, you eat something you ain't got no business, I'm gonna roll your ass out on the porch until your mom come. I'm not playing.
right. Oh,
But it would
not
be stuff that we would do right. Like I'm not playing with you, but we would be on each other to make sure we were doing the right thing. She would be the one to be like, "Did you go to the doctor? What's your hemoglobin? You don't know? Go look in the mirror and see what your eyes look like. Shit like that. You know what I mean?" And
right,
we were we were holding each other accountable. And I remember not too long before she died, and she was in like y'all know like we say our poppy store. I'm on the phone where I was living in McDonough, and I'm on the phone with her, and she ordering all this shit. And I'm like, bitch, why the fuck I hear Mountain Dew and Fruities and all? Who the fuck is that for?
right, right,
But
right,
she was saying, well, you know, I'm not going to eat or drink this all right now. I'm getting it, so I don't have to come back out the house because it's really cold. But she was up there
okay,
eating.
right,
She was up there eating shit. She had no business.
of course,
So,
of
we
course.
do have to hold each other accountable and not think of it as a burden or make somebody feel bad for what they have going on.
I'm going to say this, and this is a very dangerous statement that I'm about to say,
Mhm.
uh, because in the wrong hands, this can be fucked up. Okay, and that's because folks will abuse this. But what I'm fencing to say is, if I don't know what your illnesses are, I don't know your medication. Could you imagine for those who have a hard time getting medication? Okay, my entire family is asthmatic. Okay, so if I didn't have any money to pay my copay to get my inhaler, if my mama got some stockpile because maybe she's in a better place and didn't need her rescue inhalers or whatever,
I was getting
so
ready to
she
say,
can
yeah,
have
I know I
two
got
or
a
three of them.
Buterol around here. I know I
Yeah,
got Advil around here if something happened.
right, right. If she and we on the same strength and carrying on, I could run to her to get some medicine. to sustain me until I'm able to get together.
Right.
And like I said, that's a very dangerous statement because y'all know how we do. And now this is what we all do. Child, you got any pain pills over there? Girl, what you got? Oh, I got some Motra 800. Ooh, girl, let me get a couple of those. And see, we thinking because a lot of us sit up here thinking that because we done took medicine before or whatever, or because we done been around medicine all the time, that we know what the fuck to do.
You
Okay.
don't.
Now, for me, Motrin 800s, honey, I know that's what they prescribe me all the time,
Yeah.
normally for medicine. I mean, for pain relief. So I know I could pop 1,600 milligrams, honey, and I'm good. Everybody keep telling me, you're not supposed to do that. I said, bitch, I've been doing this since I was 16. Whenever I had pain, and it got to the point where I needed that, I would pop two of those and take my ass to sleep, and I'm good.
And you good when you wake up. Yeah. Because you done
Yeah,
had a good knocked out sleep.
right. But oftentimes, like because we got the people who sell their pills to carry on, those who get the narcotic, the hydrocodone and oxycontin, and all that
Everybody
kind of shit.
always be like, why you
That-
don't sell yours? That's why I stopped
Right.
even getting them. I knew I wasn't going to take them, but I stopped getting them. Why you don't sell them? Because I don't want to go to jail.
Okay. And see, that's where it becomes dangerous. But oftentimes, because we don't tell anybody, You know, look at those who are insulin dependent diabetics. Sometimes they sugar get too low, or they didn't take their insulin for the day or whatever. Maybe they may be out and about and they didn't think to bring the EpiPen or their diabetes supplies. And hell, somebody else who's diabetic could possibly get it
You know,
regulated
right.
without them
Or
having to
if
go.
you go into something, somebody knowing what you
Oh,
take
excuse me.
or what
Right.
you can't take could save your damn life. Just like you just brought up an EpiPen. If you go out with somebody never told your ass that they allergic to peanuts, but then we all out and we eating something that they made with peanut spread or peanut oil or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know, bitch, that you got an EpiPen in your motherfucking person. Now you want epileptic shock or
Right.
whatever the fuck.
Right.
But us knowing each other, that time when people always ask me why I don't smoke weed. Because when I ate a damn piece of a brownie from the dispensary before I went into a goddamn psychedelic, what you call it? A trip. I went on a trip.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And the piece was only like this big. It wasn't even the biggest as a quarter. But but
Right.
Keisha, Keisha, who is usually the most responsible of all my kids, lost her motherfucking mind because she thought something really happened to me. So when they was asking, is your mom allergic to anything or whatever, Keisha said no. And thank God Cole came in. They was like, she's allergic to morphine, dummy.
Right.
Because even though all the all the opiates, they are, I guess they're pretty much the same. Something
Yeah.
about morphine sends me over the top. Now, no matter what, even when they had to give me,
Ooh,
I used to have to get, bless you, was you sneezing or coughing?
that was a sneeze, child. Something in the air and just sit up here and I inhaled too hard or something, child. Cause it just ooh,
Oh, you okay?
yeah.
Even
It
when they
it
would give
you
me all
know,
the stuff, the Dilaudid is what they
yeah.
would give me.
Mm-hmm.
Everything makes me itch. Anything that is an opioid in it makes me itch. But something about Percocet goes all over the top. So
Okay.
even when I would be at the hospital, no matter what, before they could give me the Dilaudid, they had to put Benadryl in the IV first.
Oh wow.
And then there was
Okay.
a different one that they would use as something else that would set it off. They would have to do that first. So before they would even give
Okay.
me anything, but like stuff like that, Keisha was so upset she forgot that I was allergic to morphine. You know what I mean? So had I went into some kind of pain crisis at the same time at a place that I didn't normally go, they might have given me morphine because that's a lot of times what they give people with sickle cell. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So we need to know those things about each other. For it could be for good things, for bad things. We just need to know. We so secretive as a people.
Right.
And then, like you said, sometimes, like I used to have people, what my illness is. So you know the shit that they give me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, go on, give me a couple of them. I don't know
Right.
what the line gonna do to you.
Okay.
I
Right.
know some people
Hello.
want to help get. What? You was on fentanyl patches? You should give me one.
Okay.
They give them to me 4 a month because they was or 5 or something like every 4 or 5 days I had to change them. I'm like, why would I give
Okay.
them? Then what am I supposed to do? Like, but then and then when people start realizing when I said I'm starting to take myself off stuff, I still had so much stuff. Then they, girl, what you got over there? Look here, drug addict. It's a difference if you in some pain. Like you said, me, if I got like the most I will allow them to write for me now is like Motra 800. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't
Okay.
even had that in a while. And I get what you call those gabapentin. Haven't had them in a while either. But the
Right.
gabapentin really hurts with my. I mean, helps with my sciatica. You
Okay.
know,
Okay.
but don't be trying to take advantage of your friend. They got some kind of illness just so you can get high. So sometimes people
See?
don't want to let you know what they're doing. If I know you take pills or you get high, I might not. You might not be the one I want to tell. What the fuck be wrong with me? Because then be asking me for shit. You know.
Okay. Exactly. That part.
So it's a lot to
Oh,
go. It's a lot to go into that topic. That's really a good topic that you brought up. It's a lot. We ain't got no
that.
comments. Nobody seeing nothing. What y'all seeing? I ain't looking.
Okay.
So
No, I'm coming. I'm sitting up here. I'm multitasking over here. So if y'all see me looking from the screen, because I'm multitasking at the same time. Let me go to the comments. Okay. Tracy says, "Well, talk about it, Mitch." Okay. I can relate on this in the fact my doctor is female. She has been my doctor for 20 years. I can tell her anything, and I mean anything. Some male doctors don't listen when you try to explain something. You know, ain't that the truth?
I
Ain't
believe
that the
that
damn
too.
truth? I need Dr. McStuffins or hell, Dr. McMuffin, as long as they provide me proper care. As we enter our 50s, medical care becomes even more important. That there is so true.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Talk your is bitch that you better educate. Okay, well, what you say now? Yes, ate the cookies, but wash them down with H2O, like I said.
I
Okay,
heard
doing
that.
good while being bad. Okay, oh, that's just so goddamn hot. I love that. Yes, Nikki, it's called a balanced diet. Say all of that. Okay, all of that. Balance. Diabetes is hereditary in my family, and I've worked out all my life and eat very little sweets. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, Tracy. Don't do that. Cause see, then you gonna want me to see your body, honey. Now stop that. Don't be flirting like that.
Trace, my little brother is like that too. Mark has worked. We have something in our family called the Mayo stomach that they say all the men get at some age. You're gonna get it. They don't give a fuck. And Mark, my little brother used to work so hard at it. He was like, I don't give a shit what y'all talking about. I'm not getting that stomach. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. He said he got tired of fighting with what nature was going to happen. But he was always working out and everything and eating right and everything. And he has it now too. For having the illness these days, thinking back in the
Okay.
day, our elders didn't tell their business. Yup. That's it. That's exactly it. Like I'm sitting here not feeling that
Okay.
good
How
right
about that?
now. I feel a lot of times too, y'all. If y'all see me not come in the show in the beginning, a lot of times, like y'all, Meech sent me a text me. He told me to get up.
Right. Okay.
He yelled at me early and he told me to get up. I wasn't asleep. Well, he told me to wake up. I wasn't asleep, but I wasn't feeling well. And I will tell y'all, a lot of times when I'm not feeling well, I will come into the show anyway because it helps me feel better. Sometimes you
Right. How
gotta
about that?
some things you have to push yourself to get up and get to doing to even make your spirit feel better. And once your spirit getting to feel a little bit better, sometimes it helps with the physical stuff.
Okay. Okay. I'm sitting up here changing over there. I had to change the car insurance from
Oh,
the
okay.
old car to the new car. So I wanted to do that while it was on my mind. Because if I got up from this table without doing it, it would have been
You
another day and
forgot.
I did not
Mhm.
do it. Okay. And I was like, oh no, honey, let me do this while she's talking. Okay. I just did that one. Okay. Okay. So yes, my darling, yes, 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 yes. Here's another thing that I wanted to bring up about us not being not communicating our illnesses and carrying on, and that there is we have to understand our family history. They always ask you that when you go into the hospital. Okay, what is your family history? And most of the time, we don't know that just somebody died or whatever. Oh, they had the sugar. Oh, and and
Mhm.
we get such generalized information, and oftentimes we get misinformation. You know, and this is why having us being very open about what's going on in the family versus talking about it. Because here's the other thing: most of the time, we'll sit down and talk about it. We'll talk about family members. Oh, Chad, he too big over there. He just gluttonous and carrying on. And you see that their neck and stuff is starting to turn dark, or the bottom of their legs are turning darker. Y'all ain't said this child got a
I
demon,
said nothing.
okay, all
Or
kind of
try to
nothing,
help.
or they got circulation problems and carrying on. We talk about strokes and heart attacks and carrying on until it's over. That child didn't have the stroke. Well, hell, we could have done something, especially if we know if it's a part of your family heritage, then that there is something that we all have to now work on. This is how we could sit up there and do that in our diets and Now, asthma is a trait with us, okay, on my mother's side. So we now have to make sure that we don't, but we do. But now that we do, we're trying to do better with having a lot of milk and carrying on. Now the kids
The
they
mucus.
love cereal, so but milk builds mucus in your
Mucus.
damn lungs and carrying on, which when the mucus builds up, shit, it
It's
causes all the bronchial tubes to close up.
mm-hmm.
And you can't have breathe. So we need to talk about those kinds of things so that we can do better in the diet. If everybody got fucking asthma, then that means that we all got to do something different in the house, you know, and carrying on. And remember back in the day when oh God, here's the other thing, and I think this is part of it too. When we were kids and grandma and them had diabetes, they couldn't have no sugar, and the food was just nasty. They couldn't eat nothing with salt. High blood pressure. They couldn't put salt on nothing. Now everybody trying to make sure they ain't got no salt. And when we were kids, everything just looked bland, tasteless. Remember those who were fat and trying to lose weight? You had them damn styrofoam rice cakes.
Hey,
They
I
was
like rice
like
cakes.
them damn styrofoam hockey pucks, child. Now
I
I like
do.
popcorn cakes. I love the
I love rice.
popcorn cakes.
I do. I don't know why
Okay.
y'all always have.
The popcorn cakes are fabulous, got a little flavor and carrying on.
Do you
And
get rice cakes in different flavors? Like I get the
yeah,
caramel ones.
they still no, them great big huge ones that look like a damn buff puff pad.
I love them.
No,
I'm sorry, y'all. Look.
girl, and I've tried it. But no, it's just like having that damn puff rice cereal. Remember in the bag, the puff rice cereal? Okay, that was not, didn't have no salt, no sugar, no nothing.
No,
It was just
nothing. It was
puff
just.
rice. Oh my God, honey, that shit was absolutely a nightmare. And they gave that to poor folks because remember, if you got WIC or something, that was the only shit
Mhm.
you was approved for on your WIC. You couldn't get the sugar cereal. You had to get the healthy shit. They always gave you grape nuts. Or
Now, y'all know I don't drink milk, so every now and then when I would, I didn't really eat cereal that much. But when I was younger, I swear to God, y'all, I really was one of the people that like corn checks. I love
I
checks.
love corn
I love corn checks. Ooh,
checks.
child, I love me some damn corn checks. And remember when we was little,
I,
before we even
oh,
really knew what wicked shit was. Remember Captain Vitamin? You don't remember Captain Vitamin?
yes,
That was my cereal. Now that was if I was gonna eat a sweet,
of
that was my
course.
cereal. I like that better than Captain Crunch. And then all of a sudden, Captain Vitamin was the Wick cereal.
Right,
No.
right, right. And if you got it, you hate it. Again, that damn stigma. If that was seen in your house, honey, that meant you was poor or you was on the welfare or
Right.
something.
And I mean,
You
like,
know,
I used to like Captain Vitamin. And I mean, yes, at my grandmother's house, it was different than what it was at my house. But I like Captain Vitamin. My mom will buy it for us. Told my dad.
okay, okay.
Wow. Cereal, listen.
Knowing these things run in our families is important. Excellent point. Oh, thank you. Yes, they do. Or it hurts when a doctor asks you about your family history and a history of health that you
You
don't
don't
know.
know.
Okay, right. Because see, how many of y'all know your blood types and carrying on? See, that's another thing. Your blood type and
O
this, that, and the
positive. Anybody
other. I'm
want to
O
do nothing?
positive. Yeah,
Look,
yeah,
y'all
I'm O
know
positive.
something from time to time. I don't need them as much as I used to. I used to get transfusions all the time. But if I hear that, Meech, I'm glad that you O positive because I'm like, I don't know about you motherfuckers. Call my
Okay.
brother.
Okay, miss
Whatever,
me
Lee.
some
I
rice
like my
cakes.
rice cakes. Y'all ain't gonna come at me about my rice cakes. I like the caramel rice cakes. They good.
Rice cakes are disgusting. I do need to
Y'all,
incorporate more fruit though.
you know
Okay.
what? Y'all need to get with it. It's good.
Get me some rice checks in my cereal pantry set right now, honey.
Yeah,
Okay.
I love rice checks. I love corn. I like check cereal. I don't like the wheat checks though.
I love them all. I love them all.
The frosted mini wheats. Oh my god, I used to eat them as snack because I don't like milk.
Yeah,
So I
I
just
love
eat them.
those. Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay, just
Just
need
need
more
more
veggies,
water.
water, and more movement. Okay, you was listening the other day. Okay, I just said, thank you, princess.
Always listen. Anytime y'all see me doing
I
this stuff
love
anytime I'm
rice
here.
cake.
It's all thank you,
You
Parita.
have to
It's
try the
always
caramel
water.
ones. Okay,
Yes, y'all. I'm always drinking water. Mish will take like who else?
all
Did we
positive.
figure out
Okay.
how to say that name?
No, he didn't put up in here.
Okay, cornflakes is
Cornflakes
my
is my present
favorite
cereal of
cereal.
choice, and I'm actually the rare O negative. Okay,
Okay.
I do. I'm O positive also.
The thing
Okay,
about O positive is we can give blood to almost anybody, but we can't get it.
we can't get it right. Okay, I've been sharing my health journey for the last 2 months so that people know COVID is real. Now I'm trying to recover from the treatment. Steroids fight the symptoms of COVID, but are horrible for those of us who have diabetes. I got sick the second week of October and may not be well until January. Mary, really? I remember. Listen, let me tell you something about them damn steroids. Because see,
Yeah, I've been on them, honey, for
oh
my
honey,
asthma.
prednisone is a steroid of choice that they love to give asthmatics and those with bronchitis and bronchial asthma and shit. Okay, steroids, child. Listen, I'm already big. And steroids is one of the major side effects is that shit sit there and make you eat. Another side effect is after long term use, it gives you fucking glaucoma and is it all glaucoma? When you get the cataract on your eyes and shit?
Mhm.
Okay, so
Well,
the
wait a minute.
yeah,
I got a steroid story. Prednisone after bad asthma attack. Y'all, that's why, and that's another thing. When we talk about these illnesses, when you got a whole bunch of them, don't nobody want to hear that. Y'all, here's my list. I have sickle cell. I've since I could remember, I've had high blood pressure. I've been taking blood pressure pills since I was probably like 12. That's another thing that runs rampant in our family. And I'm asthmatic. So just those three I've always dealt with, right?
right.
Now we've added diabetes to the thing. So who the
Okay,
fuck want to hear that this bitch got sickle cell, high blood pressure, diabetes, and motherfucking asthma? Don't nobody want to hear that shit. So,
uh,
but y'all, I had a bad asthma attack one time at my one of my best friends in the goddamn world, Yvette. Yvette, we all did hair and stuff. Yvette was doing my hair, and she lived across the street from one of our favorite Chinese places, right? Shout out to that Chinese place, Quiche. I don't know the name of it, but it's right next door to my daughter's new event spot, right? Because I was when we went there, I was like, oh, I could go to this Chinese place. We used to come here back in the day. I know what I could get from here. You know,
right,
every Chinese place. But I go to the Chinese place, get my chicken wings and my French fries. This was back in the day. And I sit down, Yvette's starting to do my hair, but I'm looking in the mirror. I'm looking, she looking. She like, bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you? You could literally, because of the salt, because I was eating some chicken wings, and from Chinese store, all I want is salt and pepper on my chicken wings fried extra hard, right?
right.
From the salt colliding with the prednisone. My face was swelling up in the mirror. We could both see my face swelling up, looking like some metamorphosis shit. That listen, I wish I would have been able to have her on here. One of these days I'll bring her here so she can tell you. She's like, bitch, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, I don't know. I start crying. I didn't know what the fuck was happening. And we went back to the
Okay.
hospital. Listen, them steroids ain't no fucking joke, y'all.
That
They
ain't
ain't
no
no
joke.
joke. They ain't no
It
joke,
ain't
and
no
they be trying to
joke.
give it to the kids and all kinds of shit because if kids got asthma, that's the first. If you have one of them doctor's office who don't give a fuck, they just gonna throw them on some goddamn prednisone and don't look for no other alternatives.
Okay, how about that? Okay, how about that? Wait a minute. Okay, here we go. Princess say I'm A positive here. Okay, A
I'm
positive.
fine.
Wow. Okay, wow, that's scary. Yes, honey. Yeah, yeah, Mary's story is. They are saying in early studies that people with old blood are developing stronger antibodies against the COVID-19 virus than others. Really? Okay, interesting.
Okay.
Steroids make you big, even though they give you the
Days.
7 days. That prep pack is what they call it. I'm glad you said that. That motherfucking prep pack. Let me
Yep.
tell you, I sat up here and the doctor told me it was all in my motherfucking head. That man said that to me. He said that to me, and I said, listen, it is not in my head. I'm telling you what I know about this shit. Because before I took it, I didn't have these goddamn cravings, motherfucker. I didn't have these cravings. Now all of a sudden I'm Captain Caveman. I done told y'all it was on that shit before. And I would take it regularly. And I had this craving for a chocolate cake. I wanted chocolate cake so bad. But
Mm.
all the stores, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and all the stores had closed, and the gas stations by me were not 24 hours. Okay, so it's like, all right, a bitch got up out the bed. I went in the kitchen and made me a chocolate cake from scratch. I baked the cake at 3 o'clock in the morning because that craving was on me so goddamn strong I couldn't fight it. Because it made me nervous. I was like, I got to have a piece of cake. So I baked the cake. And I told them, I said, oh no, 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 honey. We ain't gonna do this. We ain't gonna do this at all. And nothing is supposed to be sitting up here making me get up at 3 o'clock in the
And
morning
bake a goddamn
cake
cake.
just to eat a slice.
That
Oh,
shit
bitch,
is not
no,
in your fucking mind.
no,
If it was just in your
no.
mind and you couldn't get it from no damn store, you'd have been like, well, bitch, I'm over it.
Exactly.
Or ate
You
something
know,
else that was fast.
or
Not
drink
get
some
up
water,
and
because usually if you drink some water, a craving will subside.
mm-mm.
Baby, no, that didn't happen. And I said, no, 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 no. So steroids, and I watched my mom because my mom was steroid dependent for 20 years. She had been on prednisone for 20 years
Whoa.
for her asthma and carrying on. Yes, yes. So a lot of the weight, my mother, back when she was a young woman, honey, my mother was a size 9, 10
Mm.
and had blew up to a fucking 24, 26. Okay. So,
I ain't even think
no, no,
about that. Probably
no,
some
no,
of the
no,
problems that I used to have from always having to be on it. Off and on, off and on. But I didn't know that you could be on it straight like that. I used to have to be on it off and on. The Cinepril, I was on that.
also stay away from
It's
the
never done that to me. Well, I'm not on it anymore because I asked the doctor to take me off of it. But I was on it for years and it never did any of that to me. Yeah, the lisinopril is a high blood pressure medicine that they say a lot of people their lips were really swelling up and stuff. I don't
Oh
know
wow.
if it was an allergic reaction or what, but it was a lot of people.
Damn. Just learned something new. People with O negative blood are only 7% of the US population. That's an
Mm.
interesting fact. Okay. Steroid run up your blood sugar. I'm on 3 steroids, inhaler at prednisone by mouth.
Woo!
Girls, there should be no shame in people knowing your illnesses. It shouldn't be, but oftentimes, as someone had pointed out earlier, people get to business and then they want to go running into the streets, in these motherfucking streets. They want to tell you business and then they want to weaponize it as if to
Mm-hmm.
talk about you or it's supposed to be a strike against you. And oftentimes the story is the comeback story. Now we're supposed to be a Christian nation and carrying on, so says the world. And the United States is predominantly a Christian nation. But don't nobody practice the Christian principles of what healing power does and the power of prayer and all that. Don't nobody practice all that kind of stuff, and don't nobody look at the testimony of what I've come through and what I've been through. I'm proud to say that I'm 50 years old, but thank God I don't look like none of the shit that I've been through. I don't look like it.
Somebody told me last week, you starting to look how old you are. I started to say, bitch, first of all, no, I don't. And you 10 years younger than me and you look older than me. So you might have seen me having a sad day and looking a little crazy.
Right,
But
because that
don't do it when you're 10 years younger than me and you look older than me. Don't do that.
okay. Okay, how about that? Let cheering.
Sweethearts.
Okay, let cheering. Okay, and let me see. Okay, wait a minute. I'm okay. I'm trying to get back to the time. Y'all know every time I try to scroll, I jump. So okay, hold on. Okay, this is where it was. Okay, Vanessa says I didn't know that, Eric. Thanks for telling me this. I boil orange peelings or lemon peelings, salt, sea salt, and onions for the coronavirus, and it works. Okay. All right.
Well, wait a minute. Let me keep that. Somebody put that down in the comments.
Yeah, yeah. Write
Go
that
back
out,
to the comments.
Pernita, and put that down there. Okay, that's a recipe, honey. That's a
Okay.
teacher. That's
Because
a damn
like
teacher right there.
Mary, we listen. I like to make sure people know, not from just the people who had it that I know, but from how I suffer for them damn through it. Cool, and I didn't get it probably nowhere near as bad as anybody who had to be hospitalized or anything from that. But that shit was horrible.
It was horrible.
Having
Yeah.
COVID is horrible.
The Cinepil would give some people coughing spasms, and Lord knows I do not need nobody's damn
Me
coughing
neither.
spasm. Okay. Tell that bitch the devil is alive. When my two daughters take them for asthma in 3 days, their face be big.
Come on,
Yes.
come
Because
on.
yeah, you know it. Okay.
I told
Listen,
you we sat there and watched my face swell up in the mirror. The shit was like some metamorphosis shit we see on the goddamn Nature Channel. Fuck me up. Like I really start crying.
my nephew did this with me. I had taken him to my doctor's appointment with me, and my doctor sat there and told me about my asthma. They said, "Well, Mr. Taylor, you gotta lose some weight, blah 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 blah." And I said, "Okay, But then he turned in the same sentence because he didn't even take a breath. Because he said, "Well, okay, well, I'm going to send you home, and we're going to refill all your prescription, but I'm going to put you on some prednisone." And I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah, we're going to put you on some prednisone." I said, "Didn't you just sit down here and tell me you wanted me to lose weight?" Oh well, we're concerned about your asthma. That's the priority here. And baby, I balled my fist up and I went to swing, and my nephew caught my hand. He said, "Ah!" He caught my hand. I said, "Motherfucker, how dare you? You gonna sit down here and tell me I need to lose weight, but then you gonna prescribe me shit that's
Some
gonna
shit
keep
that's
me
gonna make me
big?"
gain
And
weight.
your mom say that your concern is my asthma. So where's the catch 22 in this that you ain't hearing? Because how is my asthma your main concern, but you give me something that's gonna blow me up that's causing my asthma to get worse? What the fuck sense does that make?
Those are them doctors who really is not about the patients for them. Cause I remember at one time when these motherfuckers told me, I had never even heard this. I didn't even look it up. As a matter of fact, if the research department wants to look it up, I never looked it up. And until you saying something right now, I just was like, I'm not doing that. You know how sometimes they, like you said, you want to give me some shit, and I'm like, no, no,
Right.
no, sir, I'm not doing that. They were going to put me on, and I didn't even know they had a such thing. It's like chemo pills. I didn't even know chemo shit came in a pill form. They wanted to give me
Hmm.
that
Well,
to keep me from having so many crises, right? So I said, I'm like, is they fucking, or do they think I'm stupid? You want to give me something that's going to make me sick, possibly make my hair fall out, have me throwing up and stuff all the time to stop me from being in pain over here. Not today, sir. I'd rather, that was around the time when I started dealing with learning like all this different stuff from Dr. Sabi and all of them and changing my diet and learning how to meditate better. because I knew how to
Right.
meditate then, but I didn't know how to meditate better for healing of my
Mm-hmm.
body and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
making my body work better. How the fuck you want to offer me some shit to make me sick, to keep me from getting sick? Are you fucking retarded?
Right.
Or do you think I'm retarded?
Right. Right. No,
I,
that's called that they try to push that damn medicine on folks because they get the kickback,
because I
for
was
all
like,
that
what
damn
the
medicine.
fuck is that? Like, I never even knew there was a such thing. I thought chemo was that shit in the goddamn IV because y'all know when I go get my iron infusions, I have to
Mm-hmm.
go in the same suite as people that get chemo. Because we all have the
Okay.
same thing. Like I got that power port in my chest, just like
Uh,
somebody, because somebody seen me before, like when I would work out, and if I had on like the T things or something, you could see it in my chest. And they say, "Oh, you had cancer," and I'm like, "Oh, no, 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 no. I do have a power port, but I don't have cancer, thank God." And they be explaining it to them, but I never knew that any kind of chemo thing could come in any kind of pill form.
well, here's where it is, honey. Because see, that's what they was calling AZT back in the day when they first came out with AZT. That's what it was. It was chemo in the pill because shit, the effects that it was having on everybody was just like chemotherapy.
I was
Okay.
like, you got your motherfucking mind. So you want me to be throwing up all the time and my hair fall out? I gotta be sick
Huh.
and my hair fall the fuck out. Y'all know how we are about it. That is my crown. And I don't want it out unless I cut it the fuck off. That's period.
How about that? Okay,
There's a
Mary,
difference
I
between
don't mean
being
to
a
make
woman.
you hungry, girl. She said
But
you.
Mary, we make it Mary hungry.
She said, cut it out. You gonna get me out here baking. Research department. O positive blood type is the most common of African American blood types at about 47%. Only 4% of Americans have O negative. African Americans have O negative blood. I am the only one that I know of in my family that has O blood type at all. Oh wow, that's
Oh
interesting.
wow. I know
Okay,
like
that is
Brian has
very, very
AB.
interesting. Wait a minute.
Brian
Okay,
has
here we
AB. And
go.
I'm like, ooh.
Right. Okay. Oh, here come my big sister, my auntie
Hey,
sister.
Miss
Okay.
Sarah.
Steroids changed my entire body, affected my entire body, cured the pain, but oh, what a horror show. Honey, listen.
Because it
Okay.
works clear
And
up
you,
them
and you
lumps and
know
stuff
what?
for you.
Because that happened, Pam Grier. Because she was battling, she talked about the battle, I think it was breast cancer. She had a form of cancer, and then
Mhm.
all of a sudden she had blew up. But it was the steroids.
Yeah.
It was steroids. Lynette McGee. I don't know what her illness was, but and every time when I see women that have done that, I know instantly it was medicine.
Mm-hmm.
I know instantly. I said, child, the medicine did that. Okay. I know. Oh, yeah. Okay. I was on the Cinepril. It gave me a second stroke, and my cousin was taking the Cinepril, and her hips were big,
Her
and
lips.
he had his hips were big, and he had duck lips. Oh, all
Yeah, I
right.
seen a lot of people like I got them to take me off of it when I start seeing all this stuff, but I never had any problem. I was on it for years and I never had any problems with it. But when I start seeing all that shit pop up, I was like, listen,
Right. Okay. Listen,
what the
Linda.
fuck going
Okay.
on? But
Listen,
you gonna
Linda.
take me off this shit.
Okay. Some of the doctors get paid to push those drugs in black communities. Yeah, we know that.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna
Absolutely.
tell you something because y'all know I'm still not sold. I'm still not sold on prep. I'm still not sold on it. Okay. I'm almost there. I'm like at about 95, 96%. But that other
Oh,
4%
thing.
still troubles me because the way,
Why we don't see
yeah,
the
the way how they
commercials
pushing
for
it
it
on
the way,
everybody. Oh,
but it just
you need
like the commercials used to come on all the time now. Now I don't see them as much. I think there's a different one now.
yeah,
Is there a different one than the first one?
yeah,
I think
Big Tommy or whatever. Uh-huh.
okay. Because I know the first one that I used to see because I used to watching it because
Looking
thank
all
you.
youthful and things. Okay,
Mhm.
how about
Yeah,
it?
trying to
Okay,
come for some mine.
damn them, Nikki, you look good, boo. We
Well,
all
I know
do
what
for
they were.
being
They
our
weren't
50s, of
saying
course.
it in a shady way. What they were saying was, I was upset about something, and they were saying basically, stop letting that shit upset you because you're starting to look how old you are. So at
Okay,
the end of the day, I know that they weren't trying to be shady, but the fact of the matter is, bitch, but you was.
right. It's called jealousy.
It was, and it was actually a male. So It was
Read,
actually
Nikki, read. Okay.
yeah, but y'all.
Okay. I know my oh,
Whew.
I lost my name. Yeah, she was telling us that yeah, when she was on the other day, I broke because everybody's like, "What you crying for?" I said, "Because I felt all that." And especially for her brother, because he lost his son last year, and now you done lost your daughter. This your child. No, fuck all that.
Yeah, this thing is
I know that
crazy, and
got
people
to be
keep acting
yeah.
like it's not 19 tests
Oh
since.
wow, 10 COVID tested, all negative. Okay, lovely, honey.
I sure would. But y'all know, like when my aunt was fighting it and she was in a coma, and then coming out of the coma, they had to amputate a thumb.
Wow,
That shit was serious. That was even before I had got it. And like I said, I feel we think about this. I was hell bent on not going to the hospital, even though no matter how bad I felt, because who wants to die alone?
right,
Especially when you
right.
know it's something that you could die from, and you can't have no family there.
Nobody.
I'm like, if
And
this shit gonna take me out here, I'm gonna be right fuck here.
that's the fighting energy because that's a mental state. Can't nobody come. That's already gonna put you in depression, and then you don't
Right.
have them around you to encourage you,
To fight.
to give
Yeah.
you that energy, and to feed that spirit like that. That's ridiculous.
I have a video, you guys, on YouTube that I did one day. We was just in the kitchen and I got up. It was actually a guy. They didn't need to be down. I knew where he was coming from, but still, you still look older than me. But um, I have a video. One day I woke up and it wasn't even a let's talk with Aunt Nikki or nothing there. We was just in the kitchen acting crazy, and I was talking. I was like, "Y'all, we all in media. We all do this. I want us to be able to anybody just put up some messages of love to people who are in the hospital dealing with COVID. And I know that their
Oh yeah,
families and stuff can't come, but it has to be a way that maybe we could get them to stream it through the hospital, like through
right,
the channel of the hospital, and they could play messages of love to them, of people just telling them to fight and stuff like that. And nobody got back with me on because I really
right.
can't do that because it's like we hear about people being in comas and they say, "You read to me and I heard you. I
Hmm.
heard you praying for me. I heard you talking to me." So I had wanted to do that, but I couldn't find anybody who would know anybody at like hospitals or a big network that would be able to facilitate that for us because we know that just hearing our voices when they can't do anything else can encourage them. And I just wanted people
Hmm.
the same way you could do a TikTok video, 30-second video for this and this and that, to be able to tell somebody we are out here, we love you, keep fighting, and to have that in their rooms with everybody putting them on, and we just add more in the queue, and they
Right,
get to hear
right,
that with
right.
different voices telling them to fight. That's just something that was on my heart, and I wanted to do it. And if somebody, I'm gonna bring it back up again. If somebody else
We
know,
have to because if we done got all these damn spikes and shit, we got to.
right?
Okay, fist just balled up too. Come on now. Aha.
Yeah.
And Eric, I'm almost 60. Okay,
You
come
gotta
on
come
now.
on, come on.
Okay. My youngest daughter took infusion treatment. She gets sores in her mouth as she can't eat and her hair comes out. See?
Wait, what
Yes, chemo
kind
pills
though?
are
What
a
kind,
thing.
Promethea? What kind? The iron infusions?
Uh, there are too many medications that seem to cause more problems than they solve. And now they wonder why we don't want to take the quickie vaccines.
Come
You
on.
better say that.
Okay.
You better say that
That's
shit.
why I told y'all. That's why I was like, research
Okay,
department, look it up,
listen to
because
real
I didn't want
lips.
y'all to think I was
Okay.
playing.
He's okay. TJ says Google lisinopril lips and click
Hmm.
on image.
When I start seeing that shit, I'm
Okay.
like, oh no. I don't know if y'all done changed the formula. What the fuck done happened?
Okay. I refuse to go to the hospital ER 3 times, but refuse the hospital. Okay, I understand that because
I
of the
understand
hell.
too. I wouldn't even know.
Okay.
We just worked on it.
Look at all the people in their 50s and look at fabulous. I can age, welcome the age process if we continue not to look like
Like,
what we've been through. Hello,
baby, if I look
hello.
like what I've been through, I'd be looking like the motherfucking crypt keeper. I want y'all to understand.
How about that?
And I ain't
As
never been on
always,
no drugs or been no alcoholic, but just the life shit
okay.
I've been through.
Prayers to all who have suffered the effects of the COVID-19.
And all their
Okay.
families.
Okay. Right. Exactly. That's the part that is hurting us, not being able to be there for my niece. When we think about it daily, I would bust out crying. I stay in depression. I see the hurt that my brother and his wife. Yeah. Okay. I know. And I can feel that, sweetie. I can feel that, and it's heavy because they basically just stole your baby from you. Okay. Y'all all my babies. I'm 61 and a
All right,
half.
man.
Okay. The infusion treatments that she has taken through the
Taking through
IV.
IV. I was getting the
Okay.
iron. I got straight iron infusions, and mine went through your. I always show people. Mine went through my power port. Can I see it? They go through my power port, and they go straight in my IV. But I never had a problem. I never had a problem with them.
Mm,
They take like 4 hours. I remember they had a new kind where it was like a 5 minute push, but
uh-huh.
that one never worked. It would never
Wow.
work. They was like, they would say it's the same thing, but it go through in 5 minutes. And I will be tired by the end of the week.
Uh-huh.
The other iron infusions, I will be fine for months. And because I start doing more natural stuff and everything, I haven't had one in a long time.
Okay.
And my eyes is nice and pinkish.
Okay. Well, listen, people, we're gonna wrap this up for this evening and things of that nature because I've been in clothes all day. I still got my shoes on. And y'all know usually, honey, I don't tell y'all this often, but I keep a shirt on because I don't wear clothes when I'm at home. And usually I don't have on any bottoms, but I
I was
got on
gonna
pants.
say he don't never had no damn pants on usually when he's sitting
But
there.
I do today, honey, and I can come out these bitches, honey, because they're getting on my nerves.
They get on your
Okay,
nerves.
they're getting
Why
on
when the
my
commercial
nerves.
came on, then you go in the bathroom and take them off.
Exactly. I know. Okay.
My eyes
She has
been
taken
running the whole
infusion
time
for
we've been on here.
rheumatoid arthritis and Crohn's disease. Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Okay, I have low potassium, but refuse to take them pills. Would rather eat
You
potatoes
better
and
eat them
bananas all
goddamn
day
nasty
long.
ass
How about
bananas
that?
all day. Yes, eat them.
Okay. Panita, I'm so sorry for the pain you're experiencing, honey. It's horrible. And you know, if you feel it, because I can feel all that, and it's just it's gut wrenching, but we have to hold you up in strength and in comfort and in understanding and in wisdom and in peace, holding you and the family up. Your brother and sister in law, honey, we have to just surround them, honey. We have to surround them in everything that we know to be wholesome. Because right now, I'm sure that, pretty words are pretty words, and we can say, oh, God got this. But right now, they done lost both of their babies, honey. And I'm sure, I know if it were me and God would be beefing right about now because I'm like, okay, I don't understand
It's
this.
hard to understand that. Like
You know
you
what I'm
want
saying?
to, you can't quit. Oh, I can ask a
So,
question. I'm sure gonna ask.
and carrying on. So that there is that there is that. So we're just holding up that family and carrying on. See, again, now
Y'all,
here's
it is
something.
no matter what religion y'all are, it is power in prayer.
Well, here's the thing is that's the one thing about Black healthcare. Particularly, and I'm stressing Black healthcare because this is that's something that internalized cleaning that I was talking about that we have to do as the people. Because see, this here depression is real, grief is real. Okay, and there's often times that we have to have the aftercare. It's the aftercare after the funeral and after the this and after the that. Because now we've got to survive. And that's mental health, that's physical health, because we don't know what the stress is doing to them, that's breaking them down. They got headaches and carrying on. They don't want to be around people because, they're trying to be personal and want, and these are why these kind of conversations are necessary and are needed. Okay. So yeah, 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 yeah. Tracy, excellent conversation tonight. Thank you, baby.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Mr. Hedonism too. She said, "You already know." Okay, you already know marathon candy bar. Okay, okay. You run around your house naked when I'm alone. Yes, I don't do it when I have people here. And right now I have house guests, so I can't. But I will put on my house robe, and they know not to fuck with me. Thank you
Oh,
for having me. This show was very positive and
come back
informative. I
anytime.
come on back, honey. We're here. Because I have the Donut Factory Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. We don't record on those particular days, or we'll go live. But um, we're here, honey. Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays at the moment until schedules change and carrying on again. Okay. Quick plug, please. Get off my lawn live Tuesdays, 8:30 p.m. Talking about the children this week and how they are dealing with COVID-19 life and other issues. Wednesday at 8:30, talking about sports, both men and women's sports. You know
Okay.
what? Look, I'm gonna throw this your way because I would love to hear y'all take on transgender uh, athletes because there's a lot of flack that trans women are fighting in women's categories, and a lot of folks are seeing it as a disadvantage because aesthetically speaking, a lot of folks are saying this is a man fighting a woman and
Yeah.
carrying on. So I would love for y'all to take that on to see what it is and to see uh, how that works with everybody, and to get a poll and just listen to folks feel. Because my whole thing is this: if the women agree to fight them, then who are we to say that they're in the wrong sport? Because if it wasn't for the commission to say and accept and say, yeah, they can fight in this league, the commission said, yeah. The other fighter said, yes, I will take that fight. So why is everybody complaining? Okay.
Well, I know that you guys, I'm going to try to, I'm not going to go live this week, but what I'm going to try to do is some carbonation updates and stuff, but I'm going to record them. I'm just going to make sure I put them up where it doesn't conflict with any of the village that we've put together on their times of being on the air. But y'all will see the alerts or whatever. I just gotta check
Okay.
everybody's times.
Okay. Wait a minute. We have other comments. Let me get these other comments. Um, uh, Thank you so much. I can't stop crying. Is
Oh,
something we will never get over. Mary Sheffield, my brother, is so angry. Child, we know that,
he got every right to be angry.
honey. We know that because those are his babies, honey. And then, like we were saying, the devastation of not being able to go up there to touch his baby, to talk with her, to see her, to look at her, you know, that's horrible. And for Agent Orange to sit there, this is why it takes these people, it takes these particular people to have been there at the convention centers and to have done the Zoom calls or whatever, so that he can understand, or anybody who believes in his particular policies understands this is why you lost the election, fool.
Exactly.
This is
Because
why.
had you done better with this, the rest of the ones who were supporting you last time probably would have supported you again. You lost a lot of people.
Okay.
My iPad about to die, y'all.
Okay. Well, now I'm gonna finish
I've
up
been
these
running.
comments.
Okay, I was gonna say my eyes been running the whole time because I really don't feel good, but y'all make me feel better. I want y'all to know that.
Okay. Exactly. Okay. Okay.
Mm.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Yeah, take
Okay.
me out of here.
I wish Ricky Smiley take a loved one to the doctor today as Tom Joyner did since he passed the baton. Yes.
But
Okay.
didn't
That's
Ricky used to talk about that too?
I think
I thought I
so.
used to
But
hear him talk about take a loved one to the doctor day too.
okay. Send me a friend
Yeah, we
request,
will.
darling.
Yeah, send us both one.
Okay. Uh, Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I just lost it. Okay, there we go. Okay, thank you so much, Mary.
This too.
Okay. Y'all missed Eric Buckner's live today on taking precautions for COVID-19.
Well,
We'll go to the
I'm about
replay
to go back
because
and look for it.
I thought uh um I clicked on it, but I clicked on it too late.
I'm gonna go and click, and I'm gonna click anything that I missed, you guys, when I these last couple days when I've been down under. So, Eric, if you and Helena had stuff that I missed, I will be back looking.
I saw that television on today on television. Okay. I was on Eric's call. Okay, hi. Eric
Okay.
show was awesome. Okay. The NFL is thinking about shutting all 32 NFL facilities down. COVID-19 hit the Denver Broncos as they had no quarterback today. What?
I don't know why and that was the thing too. And I know I
All
gave my
four with
job, but you know
COVID-19.
what? They push sports so bad. Just like they didn't give a fuck about these kids being the high school kids. Oh, we're gonna let them play football. No, you motherfuckers is trying to keep your money going.
Right.
You're trying to keep your money going and putting these kids at risk. The high school and college players should not be playing no goddamn sports right now. I know we want sports.
Exactly.
Listen, I love sports. I have 5 goddamn brothers. I love sports. I love sports. But I don't want to see my sports at the cost of these players dying. I don't want to see that. Because
Okay. Okay.
now we mourning all the players that we love so much. Y'all putting their lives on the line. Y'all don't get me started. Because we gotta get out of
Right.
that. Don't get me started.
Okay. We'll do my research on the subject. I know Helena Hologram would love to tackle that subject as well. Don't forget her show, Hey Bitches, Mondays at 9 p.m. She'll be talking about the importance of HBCUs and other subjects.
All right.
Hashtag Nighthawk
Nighthawk
Network. You got a
Network.
Nighthawk Network.
You better come
Okay.
on.
So I know when you go live, we got you, baby.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you for the love, family. I appreciate all of you. Okay. And also, it happened to the Ravens players. See,
It was just
child. Okay.
had he did what he was
And this
supposed to do in
Steve
the
Chappelle.
goddamn beginning, we still wouldn't be going through all this bullshit. Shut it down.
Okay. How about that? Okay. Well, all right then, my darlings. Let me let you guys get back to your. It's now Monday morning, as it's after midnight, and yeah, we want to thank you guys for showing your love and your support with us. You may finish all of your crumpets, darling, because the tea has been dished out, and you've been dishing tea, my darling, with big meat, honey. And this is Aunt Nikki. And in the absence of the big red fella, honey, the big guy ally over there, honey, we thank you for your love and your support. Honey, if you love us, tell all your friends, honey. If you hate us, tell all your motherfucking enemies.
Yes.
Okay, but you know this. All the things that we do over here, any way, shape, style, form, or fashion, everything that we do will move forward. Let me do a special shout out to one of my Bristol friends, honey, Avery Wyatt, who just crossed over as a Phi Beta Sigma. Okay, he just crossed over. What was it last week or the weekend before? He just crossed over, honey. So,
Wait,
uh,
you know that name?
huh?
Avery.
Yes, you know Avery.
I was getting ready to say, but I
Yeah,
know him.
yeah. He just
So
crossed
he's
over.
in a grad chapter.
Uh-huh.
See, I need to talk to
Yeah,
him.
he just crossed over. And so I'm very happy for him. It was a lifelong goal. And he
We just
you
talked
know,
about that on Helena's show. It's a goal
something
for me too.
something, that he's always wanted to do. And he said now that we over 50, he said, I'm doing something that I wanted to do. So he pledged and he crossed over. So he's a blue fire, honey. He's
Okay.
yeah,
I need to
yeah,
talk to him because I've been trying to find people to help me. That's always been a goal of mine. So
so
I'm a graduate. I want to do it. So I need to talk to people who have done it, grad chapter and older people.
right, so I want to give him a special shout out for that. On such a grand accomplishment, and
Yes.
it's encouraging. Um, um, it's encouraging because welcome to the Divine Nine.
Yeah.
Okay, my brother is a Phi Beta Sigma, blue and white. Yes, honey.
Hey, come on now.
Okay, H2. Let people know about your show tomorrow. Okay. Uh so that there is that. I wanted to give him a shout out. I've been meaning to do that a couple shows ago, but it has slipped my mind. But TJ being over here on YouTube, honey, made me remember because I know he's Greek, and it reminded me of that. And so, yeah. But it's encouraging because this is Soulful Sunday, and we just want to make sure that no matter, and I think what it is, it was inspirational and just uplifting and encouraging about that is, for so long, many of us who may have wanted to pledge or whatever have gotten out of it because we thought we aged out or we too old for it or blah 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 blah. But yeah, it, okay, what you say? Behold the purple and gold. That's Omega Sci-Fi children. For those of y'all who
Right.
don't know stuff.
Mm-hmm. Who
Okay.
your sisters, TJ? Just in
Who?
case.
Omega Deltas.
Oh, my mother would kill me. She'll kick me out the house.
I learned that because I learned that talking to the girls because I was like, okay, well, what is all of this? Who the sisters? Okay, if y'all
Right,
adults,
yeah, because
who the
y'all know it's been that pink and green ski weed all my goddamn life around them parts. I come home to
okay,
most of my want to play a Delta. My mother beat up this on my ass, but I don't know. Cause y'all know sometimes that pink and green get a little funny acting sometimes. I don't know.
okay. So yes, my darling. So okay, Helena said join her tomorrow. My first interview with the trans man.
Hey
Yes,
honey.
yes, that's that one. Oh yes, I need to be in on that. I'll
I
be at
will
the
be
donut
there.
factory.
I will be there. And
I
if I
got to be
missed
there for that
anything when I was sick, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go back and catch it. I love you, but I'll be there tomorrow.
one. Okay. So having said all that, my darlings, you finish your crumpets because the tea has been dished, darling. And you've been dishing tea, my darlings, with wow, big meats, baby. So on that note, honey, what it is what it is, darling. So and scene.
Good night, y'all.